Boys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hello. We're live. We're here for a game 4 watch party of the Seattle Mariners. What's going on? Creed, AJ, Christopher, Matt, Vinny, Boomer, Cutie Cakes. Let's go. And I already said Christopher. The Blue Jays will lose. Christopher, that's all what we're rooting for, buddy. That is exactly what we're rooting for. No Colton because he doesn't have the guts. He's got more guts than me. He's at the game. He's at the gosh darn game. AJ, he's at the game. Mike, hello. To answer your question, Mike, yes, we are in fact. I am in fact doing a live watch along. I'm just gonna do it on this layout. No game day, nothing. Because it'll load in earlier. It'll spoil it. And if people in chat will start celebrating early, whatever, it's fine. It's just gonna be what it is. Why didn't I hear that? Mike, let's get a freaking dub, boys. Yeah, boys. What's up, Mike? 32 months, bro. That's crazy. Why didn't that play a... Did that not play a sound, or am I crazy? That's interesting. I'm not doing a game day thing today. Trial and error, see what works best. Because sometimes I've been getting spoiled because I'm not patient enough. Vinny, member for 17, almost having our second child. Might as well win the whole effing thing. Appreciate the 17. Why isn't that playing a sound? No noise. No noise. No noise. Ding! How was that? Was that good? Was that good? Hopefully that was great for you. You hear me, yes, but not the notification that there was something that happened. So that was weird. George, hello. Call Colton, no. The Rock, 1913, what's up, man? We're gonna need a lot out of you today. The Rock, we're gonna need a lot out of you. Honda, you got unreasonably mad at the game yesterday. It got to a point where it was just kind of comical, where I just didn't care anymore. I was just like, whatever. They're getting their absolute teeth kicked in. I'll be fine. Show us not Colton? No. Louis got to be the Rock tonight? Exactly, Matt. Exactly. What up? What's up, Ian? What's good? Have you ever considered it's a skill issue? It absolutely is. Because I'm dumb. Yeah, just use the manual ding. Perfect. Ding! It's now or never. Let's go Mariner Secular. This is a great time to get back in the driver's seat. It's a great time to get back in the driver's seat in this one. Absolutely. You need, every game is a must-win game, essentially, when you get this deep in the playoffs, but going up 3-1 will be monumental compared to being tied 2-2, and then you're just playing a 3-game series at that point. So, Churio blew out his hammy again. Tough. Yeah, I saw Passan's tweet that he was limping, so let's cage the Blue Jays. Let's cage the Blue Jays. Let's go. Turned it off and went to sleep at 5-3. Dang. I get that. I mean, we're 8 hours ahead of you, or you're 8 hours ahead of us. Sorry, that's what I meant. So 5-3 with the way that the game was looking. Yeah, I guess that's a fair time to do that. So, channel's the game on tonight. FS1, yeah, Fox Sports is what I'm streaming it on. Great time to win an ALCS game in Seattle for the first time in who knows how long. Great time to just win a baseball game, Shout out baseball game. We're taking on a 40-year-old Max Scherzer. We better win, and we need the Rock. You need it. J.I., you have a confession? Hello. Hello. Welcome in, J.I. You have a confession. Lay it on me, buddy. Game started at 1:08. Yeah, no thanks. No thanks. Shade before game 3 due to work. Uh-oh. And we're all so superstitious, dude. It's crazy. So superstitious. Colton and I have he said he needs to go get a haircut. Hasn't done it because he doesn't want to. I haven't trimmed my beard. I've shaved my neck, but I haven't trimmed my beard. There's a lot of superstition going on. A little bit of a lineup change. Polo DHing, Rivas at second, Dom in the outfield. Victor Robles sitting tonight. So far. I mean, he could come in later in the game, but that's a lineup change, which I think, notable, noteworthy. Mike Scherzer's a shell of his Hall of Fame self. Time to hit friggin' tanks. Time to just rock his world, dude. Thought we were going to do that to PIEDRA last night when Julio and Polo, like, looking good and just came crashing down. It's 132 right now. Yeah. That's tough for you. 3 wins in the LCS would be the furthest ever, right? I believe so. Yes, it should be, Devin. It should be. Also, hello. I know you're all the way across the planet right now. Hopefully you're doing well over there. Cambodia. A long ways away. Not superstitious, just a little stitious. Yeah, just a tiny bit. Need to have the Etsy witch throw out the first pitch. Something. I agree with a lot of people saying that Humpy should no longer win. I was fine with the Humpy win yesterday. I was celebrating it, admittedly. But Humpy, he goes back to shell of his former self now. He had a 2-game Linsanity run. I think it's time for him to... we're not forcing I don't think we should force the issue with Humpy, in my personal opinion. Yes, exactly, Mike. Exactly. Currently have an undefeated streak where whenever I enter my college cafeteria, the team currently batting is at a bomb. It's happened like 5 times, so you'll wait for the Mariners. Jacob, is there a fee to enter the cafeteria? Or do you have like an unlimited amount of swipes? Like, can you just enter and then exit? And then enter, you know what I mean? Like, could we abuse this system is what I'm trying to ask you. Are you willing to enter and exit the cafeteria 9 times tonight? Or 8 times? 8 times. Because that would be the minimum, given that the Mariners would not have to play in 9th inning, potentially. It's a swipe system. Damn it, that sucks. All right, let's crowdfund Jacob some money so he can get some fast food or go grocery shopping or something so that way he can eat during the week. Rip. Damn it. I was thinking, though. We were scheming. Humpy needs to be saved for very special occasions. 15 innings in the game after. There's the sound. Boomer, $1.99. Are they going to hold Woo for a must-win game? Boomer, Woo is in the bullpen. Announced like he is in the pen whenever they need him. I think it's a break glass kind of a situation where you need another quality arm out of the pen. Like, this is Dan's now 5th arm that we feel like he can trust out of the bullpen, right? You have Munoz, you have Brash, you have Bizardo, you have Spire. Enter Woo. Mike, there you go. $10, not even playing. It's only weird if it doesn't work. Okay, Mike. I appreciate the 10, and Boomer, I appreciate your $1.99. Only weird if it doesn't work. Mike with the 10, absolute ledge, as always. Much love to you, Mike. Yeah, Woo, must-win game. I mean, either tonight or tomorrow. If you need 2 to 3 innings covered and you need to turn to someone, I would not be surprised if Brian Woo makes his postseason appearance. But for my stream, I just witnessed Luis Castillo throw the first pitch down and inside to George Springer, 94, just on the inside corner, not quite there. 1-0 to George Springer. The sequel to Enter Sandman, Enter Woo, Enter the Woo. We're good. Oh, God. Oh, God. The game has started. Indeed it has, Honda. Indeed it has. Sour Vanilla, what's good, bro? Hello. Hello. I'm not in that boat with you, Sour Vanilla. I understand that you want the rise to the occasion, kind of get the stones, nut up or shut up kind of a vibe, but if dude does not feel comfortable or confident enough to start, and then they rolled him out there to do that and he implodes, like, it's a bad situation all around. I will take him out of the bullpen so long as he is successful, if you know what I mean. Just got 2 outs, Boomer. 2 quick outs for Castillo, 4 pitches. Oh gosh. That ball from Springer that hit, I couldn't tell off the bat if it was more down the line or not. But Randy was able to get his glove to it. First time you get to actually watch along with a watch along. Perfect, dude. Holy hell, Luis. Don't throw that pitch again. Be back currently barbecuing some Cajun seasoning tri-tip and some Kalbi chicken. Kalbi? Hell yeah, Jay. Well, enjoy. Hopefully it goes well. Make sure to share. Make sure you save some, to share with the rest of the class when you get back. Rivas at second. Yes, Secular. Polo DHing. Dom in right field. Rivas at second. That was a meatball. Dog. Absolute. Dead red. Ooh. Okay. Oh. Ooh, it's close. It's close. Starting and coming out after 2 innings is worse than just putting him in the pen. I agree. It's a tough play because Vlad broke his bat, so it was slow. Nice. That's an out. Perry Hill teaches the long bounce throw, guys. All right, it's something that they practice. How many pitches? I think that was a 7-pitch first inning. Rivas at second, Polo DH. Yeah. Rivas was there behind JP just in case his glove didn't get to it. I don't think Rivas makes that throw because it's across his body. I mean, it's also kind of across JP's, but good play nonetheless. Ends the inning. A clean first inning for Luis. They're the only teams that do that. Do what, AJ? The short hop, or like the long, what am I trying to say? The long bounce throw? Is that what you're saying? Julio, first pitch homer. Call your shot, Boomer. Just stopping in for a moment. Have a great stream, buddy. Michael. Appreciate you, dog. See you in like 2 weeks, dude. That's kind of weird. That's weird. I'm going to meet you in 2 weeks. Hopefully you're wearing a red beanie. Did you see that the Yankees sat 2 coaches and that neither of them were Jarrett DeHart? Yes, it was one of the base coaches, right? Oh, opener into an actual starter. Okay, I see what you're saying, AJ. My bad. I thought you were talking about like the fielding, and I was like, But yeah, they started Ashby. Bob Nightingale got his name wrong more than once today, correct? He called him Andy Ashby instead of Aaron Ashby like 2 or 3 times today. Service to the Padres? Maybe. Jared DeHart with the Yankees? Yes, he is. Yes, he is. They'll be bad next year, too. Everyone not named Aaron Judge, who knows how they'll perform next year. Grisham had a great year offensively as far as power output is concerned. Wells had a solid year. Ben Rice had a good year. Bellinger, I feel like, decent, pretty good year. Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about coaching staff things with the Yankees because, if I'm being honest, I don't really I don't pay all that much attention, truth be told. Wu is an opener and then going with Gilbert in the second. Hard part with that, Secular, I think, is that, like you're saying, for a game 6, if necessary, in Toronto, because Miller's been named the game 5 starter on Friday. So the hard part is if you only use Wu for an inning, and I get that like you don't have to turn to Gilbert in the second. I think you're just saying that for a semantic reason. Wu as an opener is fine. It's just you want to try and maximize the amount of like what you're going to get out of him. And so if it's just 1 inning, I don't envision that being the role for Brian Wu in the bullpen. And I don't think that was really the role for Bryce Miller had Wu been available to start either. It's more so you want them to get 6 outs at a minimum, I'd say. First pitch, 94-mile-an-hour fastball, outer third of the plate, kind of in the middle of the zone, though, as far as height is concerned, from Scherzer to Randy. Might be a tough play. That's not a tough play. Kind of a short throw from Clement there, but gets Randy out. 2 pitches, 2 outs. You lost. No, you didn't. You said first pitch Julio. Did you not? Julio first pitch homer. Boomer, that was Randy Arozarena. You still have Julio Rodriguez to hit a first pitch homer. 500th start for Scherzer is awesome. Great career. I mean, one of the Mount Rushmore pitchers of this generation for sure. Oh, Cal, you could have put that. Cal could have parked that pitch. Colton did not get into the game for free, but I don't know how much his ticket was today. Volpe had shoulder surgery? Did not know that. Hello, Jen. How are you? Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, boy. Cal down 0-2 in the count. Saw a fastball low and away and then a breaking ball down. I mean, Scherzer, like, again, Mike said earlier, shell of his former self. Like, it's an aging wonder, Max Scherzer is. But it is Max Scherzer. It's one of those situations where you can't sleep on, especially a guy that's won multiple Cy Youngs. You know what I mean? Ouch. Why ouch? Labrum surgery? Interesting. Happy Legends ZA Day. Mike, I installed it earlier. I have not played it, but I'm curious. Okay. Cal's laid off 2 pitches like low and inside. That one a little bit more competitive if he's maybe protecting too much. Should get press access to the games. Secular, I appreciate the vote of confidence. We applied for them for spring training. They just didn't get back to us in time for it to take into effect. If we wanted to during the offseason, we probably could apply for them. Just got to get in contact with the right people. So we've talked with Marine Layer about it before, just like how the process works. And it's something we've talked about doing. It's good. That's a good AB from Cal. Great AB from Cal. Walks. He's now standing on first base with Julio Rodriguez coming up to the plate. And Boomer predicted a first pitch homer for Julio in the chat, even though he seems to think it was supposed to be Randy. He just meant like first pitch of the inning. Doesn't matter. He said Julio in the message. Will he be right? Let's take a look. Boomer, I'm sorry you're banned. I'm just kidding. Still a gamer. We need way better at-bats tonight. Got to get to the bullpen. The thing is, Sour Vanilla, is the first inning, the at-bats honestly looked pretty damn good. And then Bieber just locked in for 5 innings. It's like, what on earth is going on? Like, what on earth? Gravitational pull of Cal's ass pulled the pitches into him. It's got its own force, just like naturally. Anytime a round object gets to it, it sucks it in. Army Man, what's up, bro? How you doing? We're doing, I mean, it's the first inning. As Ian would say, we're as cool as a cucumber over here. But it's the first inning. 2-1 lead in the series. A pretty pivotal, important game right now. Julio 3-0. Does he get the green light? No green light. That's 2 walks in a row issued by Max Scherzer with playoff Polanco waiting on deck. We do not claim fake Marlins man. Yeah. Is it the real Marlins man or is it a fake one? Got to get Randy out of leadoff spot. Fritz, yeah, it's hard because in the middle of a postseason run, it's hard to make big lineup changes like that. But he hasn't been the type of player that we needed in the leadoff spot. I don't necessarily disagree. Where to coke it? Where'd it? Right here would be cooking so good if we had a decent leadoff. What's up, Jay? What's good, bro? Hopefully you're having a good day. Welcome in. Welcome in. Secular, I will answer shortly. Oh. He hung that one. Polo, you got. Oh, God. Should have just hung a breaking ball at the top of the zone. If I could interview any current Mariner or Mariner coach, who would it be and why? Um, current. I'll answer both sides. Current Mariner or Mariner coach. I think I would want to interview. Oh, that's a good pitch. It's a good changeup at the bottom of the zone. It's a great pitch. Um, current Mariner. Like it's hard not to just say the obvious guys like Julio, Cal, maybe Woo. It's hard not to say those guys. Like truth be told, back a little step off from Scherzer. I'd probably say, man, how about I'll say Luke Rayleigh because I'll ask him if he thinks that we look alike. I'll say that for Luke. I'll say that for my player. And then coach, again, hard not to say obvious like Dan or Edgar. Oh man, that sucks. Ground ball, double play, back up the middle, right behind the bag at second, takes it himself, throws over, innings over. Damn, that sucks, dude. Walter for you, that's fair. Love Cal, but he's the driest interview ever. Yeah, there's some guys that just aren't like, the most. I don't want to say like media savvy or whatever. Like, doesn't make for a bad interview. It's just it's not always like the same energy or life that you're looking for. Um, I think Farquhar would be an interesting one, just as like a former player. Like again, going the former Mariner player pipeline of Dan or Edgar, like looking into the lens of like what it looked like for Farquhar in his like what it looks like and what it means to him to be back with the organization, kind of thing, is interesting. To give like a an answer that's not the immediate guys, but also it's probably actually Perry Hill now that I think about it, because Perry would be hilarious. I think Perry would just be a fun one to interview. Colton blowing all of his Texas money on Mariners tickets. SMH dog. Colton's just blowing all his money in general. But what's new? What is new? Dream all-time Mariners blunt rotation. As someone who does not partake, I will do my best. I feel like one of Tim Beckham, Domingo Santana, or Malik Smith from that like just like the bad era teams could be funny. Munenori Kawasaki would be funny, I think. Jay Buhner, I think, would be funny, just like an old head. He reminds me of like some of my uncles. And either like John Jaso, or Joe Beimel. It's just me tonight. Indeed, Clyde, it's just me. Colton's at the game. Colton's at the game. We can say hi to him though if you guys want to. I'm always happy to say hi to Colton. Whole effing thing, dude, is the most epic interview like what of all time. Sure, I mean, I think more so Sour Vanilla meant like the like the tone and some like when it's a not in the moment interview of like the hype and like the end of the game situation though. I think is what it is. Can you name a single Mariner before the Griffies? Alvin Davis, Mr. Mariner. I don't know how old Jim Presley is, but he's probably around that time. Mark Langston's around that time, like in or around that time. Leotis Martin, hell yeah, Creed. I don't know why I call you Creed or Parker sometimes. It just depends. Seth Smith, Gary, Dad, hell yeah. No, that's a base hit, but they were playing start the middle. Pat, I know. I know. He just played it perfectly. Is that staying in? It's got to stay in the infield. Josh is calling off Cal. Castillo gets Kirk out on 2 pitches. Feeling good. Brewers stink, by the way. Saw that it was 3-1 when I started stream. Still 3-1. I mean, It's hard, like again, do I blame the Brewers for being outmatched by the Dodgers? Not really. Do I hope that it doesn't lead to a lockout in 2027? Yeah, I if there's no baseball in 2027, I'll cry. I will be very upset. Be a sad panda. What is Mariner Mojo going to talk about? There'll be no Mariners baseball to talk about. Besides the grasshoppers, the best thing served at T-Mobile. The best thing I've had this year is probably the Godzilla from Sumo Dog. The hot dog stand like right next to the Mariner Moose area. That hot dog was so good. Pat, he's at the game. Colton's at the game tonight with his brother. The Brewers are perennial pretenders regardless of the Dodgers. I mean, that's also true. This is like if the Dodgers say didn't exist or they got bounced by the Phillies. I mean, I don't know. I think whoever won between Dodgers Phillies ultimately was going to be the National League representative, so that's I think the likely outcome. They were probably screwed either way. Castillo tries to go top rail fastball to Varsho to strike him out on a 1-2 count. What's good about the hot dog? Seeing the stand. It's kind of like a take on Japanese inspired ingredients of like a spicy mayo and like other things that go on sushi, but it's like a nice, like pretty like decent, like good quality hot dog as well. Like it's just stuff that like works for me. Like as far as I like the types of like the flavor profiles of a lot of like the spicy sushi stuff. Fouled that one off. That's crazy. It worked on a hot dog for me. We just naming Mariners now. I mean, go crazy, dude. Just start going crazy in the chat with naming Mariners. Why not? Wasabi relish, yurt. There you go, Castillo. That's a strikeout to Varsho. First strikeout of the night. 16 pitches through 1 2/3. Eddie Cordado? Every day Eddie, Mike? Crazy. They make the World Series, we're going to do the 999 at home? Hell yeah. Like pub style pints, George, or like what kind of beers are you going to be rocking? Jason Vossler? Hell yeah. Really? You like the Road Grays over some of the other unis we got? I don't know. I think the hard part is the one that you take out for the Road Grays is probably the home Sunday creams, and I like those a lot. So I like those quite a bit. What y'all know about a man named Cal Raleigh? J-Dog with the elite ball knowledge, all right? Elite ball knowledge. You want me to do 9? I don't want you to. It was just a question, George. It was just a question. Damn. Ernie Clement, single up the middle. Dude's batting 500 this postseason. Like, Grays are the best? Oof. I don't agree, but we don't always have to agree, and that's the beauty of the world. Game 7, you can pitch Prime Felix or Prime Randy. Who do you choose to start? Prime Randy. Without much of a question. Don't get me wrong. I think Felix Hernandez is my favorite Mariners pitcher and the best Mariners pitcher I ever got to witness so far. But Randy Johnson is Randy Johnson. Randy Johnson is a lot of people's greatest pitcher of all time. So, Autumn, hello. Hello. Hopefully some better vibes today. Yesterday was pretty brutal. Prime Felix just so he can finally start in October? Yeah, I guess. Randy Arozarena is your starting pitcher. He gets to be playoff Randy in the batter's box and on the mound. Wow. What flavor, JP? What flavor snow cone we got there, buddy? God, that would have pissed me the F off if that got into the outfield. I'm not going to lie. That would have pissed me off. It's a great catch. John Paul. Snagged. Good catch. Needed it. Needed it. Going to the cafeteria. Wish you luck. Hopefully it still works. Jacob, we're channeling all the energy. We're sending it to you, buddy. Say his real name. What? Giant Power? Some decent contact. Springer hammered one. Yeah, I mean, loud out number one. Two nice defensive plays to end inning 1 and 2 for JP. This is how we resurrect Gold Glove JP, is by feeding him pretty miraculous plays that maybe 2025 JP doesn't always make, and forcing him to make them. That's how it has to go. You can watch my mental health my mental health is wobbly today, so I'm hanging out here instead. Listen, dude, it is a massive toll taken on watching postseason baseball in the fashion that I think a lot of us Mariners fans are doing, just in the sense that we have not been privy to this. We are not privileged in the sense of postseason and October baseball. It matters that much more because we have not been here as often as other teams. Not to say that it doesn't matter to the Yankees fans, the Dodgers fans, the Brewers are a pretty consistent postseason team. Yes, they're pretenders by the time they get there, but they're in October quite often. It matters so much. Would rather have a Mariners World Series or 10 Hawks Super Bowls in a row? Devin, a Mariners World Series, and it's not particularly close. Not to say that I dislike the Seahawks by any means. Go Hawks. The Seahawks could go. If it was at the cost of one Mariners World Series, I would make the Seahawks go 0-17 or 0-18. 0-17? How many games they play now? 17? 0-17, 10 years in a row. Absolutely. So weird seeing all the big announcers be at T-Mobile. I'm glad they sent the A-team out over here and we don't have to deal with AJ. It's been like so in favor of the other side, Sour Vanilla, in both playoff series so far. It's very, very frustrating. Insane take. That's fine. It's fine. Return of the Sonics or Mariners World Series? Mariners World Series. Don't get me wrong. I love the Seattle Supersonics. Please tell me that got out. Yes, Josh! Let's go, bro! Volume warning. Josh Naylor. That's the guy. Naylor Sailors are there, baby. Let's go. Mike with a 5. As soon as Naylor hit a home run, Mike, another 5. I'm going to need it, brother. Is this season already a win, or is it only a win if we make the World Series? I feel like everything from here on out is gravy. I am very happy with the way that this season has played out. But, the World Series is the cherry on top. Oh, that was close, Varsho. I hate how good of a defender he is, because he is scary every single time he tries to make a play at the ball. Josh smiling. I mean, what else could we ask for, dude? What else could we ask for? Keys to the series, blank check. I mean, yeah, that's Josh Naylor right there. I need him to absolutely go bananas, ham sandwich, as the kids say. Let's go, Josh. Just enough to get it out. It still works. That's right, Jacob. That's right. We take it, bro. We take it. AJ, Josh Naylor just hit a home run right in front of the J-Rod squad. Ooh, Gino could have taken that pitch out to Edgar's, dude. Gino could have. Mike, I was just kidding, bro. I was just kidding, bro. Your wish is my command. If it gets us a ding, I'll keep the $5 donos going all night. Mike, I appreciate another 5, dude. You're an absolute legend. So much love to you, dude. So much love. That's so funny. Solo dinger. Man. Dude, Ian, I'm telling that pitch that he fouled off, it was 94, low, middle of the zone. He should have taken that out to frickin' Edgars, dude. So that was a changeup that Naylor hit. Scherzer just left it up. So I guess that's the first mistake pitch. Oh, Dominic. Dominic. Gino's completely and totally done. It just has not been pretty. Has not been pretty. And Gino's not taking a pitch anywhere. Let a man believe, Fritz. Let a man believe. 192 OPS. Is that Dom or is that Gino? No, that's got to be Dom. Dom has one hit and it's a single. Or did he get a hit yesterday? How can Gino be good, so good in Arizona this year and so bad for us this year? Used up all the juju in the first half, I guess. Good take, Dom. Good take. Good take. Score early, score often. You can't have too many runs. I agree, sign lady. Can never have too many runs. Oh, right at the defender. Right at the defender. All his production got transferred into vibes. I mean, his his runs created bottom of the barrel, but vibes were through the roof consistently. It felt like Gino and Dom back to back. It's not great. JP batting 8th, Rivas in the 9 hole tonight. Scherzer closing in on 30 pitches through 2. Dude, they opened gates for these games 2.5 hours early. So early enough to where you catch the tail end of Mariners BP. And Williamson and it's just BP. It's just BP. I get it. It's just batting practice. Williamson hit like 4 tanks in a row. Hit 4 tanks in a row. And like not just to Edgars. It was 1 to center, 1 towards J-Rod squad, like right towards like left center or right center. 1 was out to Edgars. Like dude was spraying it it looked like with decent power, decent pop. And of course it's batting practice, so but if he can learn how to lift the ball like it looked like he did down in Tacoma second, after he got sent down. Good take, JP. Good take. I am totally fine with giving him the reins to third to start the year. Like, I agree with Mike. I don't give me, I'll miss Gino in the capacity of the vibes, but it's just that's not deep enough. That's not deep enough. Losing to the lights. Shame. All right. You get 1 on the board from Josh. Solo shot. Change up. Hanging at the top of the zone. You got 9-1-2 for the Mariners going up in the next inning. Need another quick inning from Castillo here. Where's Robles? Mark Robles just on the bench tonight. Starting Leo Rivas at second. Polo DHing. And then Dom out and right. Ben can have third as long as we sign a legitimate DH. So my idea, my idea is seculars. It's not an uncommon idea. You re-sign Josh Naylor to play first base every day. You re-sign Jorge Polanco to be 70% DH, 30% second base. Williamson is your everyday third baseman to start. Cole Young is your 70% second baseman, and then on the bench the other time. And then you sign another third base, DH, first base bench role, better than Donovan Solano, to take up those other at-bats, is what I would say. Naylor, Polanco, and then a tertiary third piece is where I would want this offseason to go. And if it doesn't work out for that tertiary piece, so be it. You figure it out in season like they've done in years past. And if it's not working out with Williamson, you go out on the trade deadline and you get a third baseman just like they did this year. It's pretty like it is pretty simple in my mind how this offseason should go, but we know, at least from years prior, it never is that same way. JP Hurd Nailers asking for Naylor to the Angels? Yeah, no thanks. Joe coming off the... Listen, I handed in my Donnie Barrels defense card in like May. I jumped ship. I abandoned that long ago. See, I was like, what message was I reading? Is that what that is? Grip equals money? That's loud as hell. I blame Colton. Marcus subscribed. Appreciate it, Marcus. Anyone who's here and not subscribed, just see. You can click the subscribe button. We're almost to 14,000, guys. That's pretty exciting. Checking in. Are we with the off-season talk already? Sam, hello. Your glass should be there in like 6 days. 5 to 6 days. Just so you are aware. Be on the lookout. Not necessarily off-season talk, just like, I mean, it is off-season talk, but the voicing, the echoing the frustrations of how poor Gino has looked, specifically in the postseason. Like, we're talking about, like, we don't want to bring Gino back, is the idea. 69 people watching, very nice. Dubs, dude. Dubs. Like the stream, by the way? Exactly. Exactly what Ian said. Framber's going to the Angels. Framber, Yusei, and Tyler Anderson. Hilarious. Unsubscribing out of spite. Thank you, AJ. That sucks that IKF just doubled down the line. I'm emotional. Go M's, Marcus. Heck yeah. Go M's, baby. Happy to have you on board. Sam, all you got to do is hit join. Join. $2.99 a month. Get access to members' videos. I'm back trying to do them more regularly. I took about basically an entire regular season off of doing them. There's a pretty large, extensive catalog of members' videos from last year. Chock full of just Colton and I being goofballs, but join should be on your screen next to the subscribe button. Hopefully it's there. IKF, known extra base hit machine, by the way. Marcus also joining Mojovian. Welcome. Appreciate that, dude. Get some smooches, bros, in the chat. If you got him, you know. Why isn't Gino guarding the line? Why is Gino, you know, why Gino? More so, how Gino? And to add on to that, what Gino? You know what I mean? Remember, membership may be cheaper on desktop. True. iOS has membership at $3.99 a month, I believe. Android on the YouTube app is, I think, consistent $2.99, and then desktop is $2.99. So I don't know why iOS, they needed a larger revenue share from YouTube or something. I don't know. If you are able to, do it on your desktop or Android. Do not do it on iOS. When Gino. See, Honda, you get it. You get it. That's why you're the GOAT. That is why you are the GOAT. How's Gino? Please catch this ball. No, bring it back in. Where's Cal's gravitational pull to the baseball? Why didn't that naturally float back into into foul territory within the confines of the field so he could catch it? Who's Gino? Interesting. We're getting a little too philosophical. I might need us to dial it back in. So, how the hell did he foul that pitch off? George, I'm not reading all that, but hell yeah, dude. Dub explanation. George, you just saved Sam a whole $1. How do you feel? How many pounds would that be? Like $1.80? I don't know what the conversion rate is. Why, Gino? No, see, Mike, I didn't want to say it. $1 a month. Good point. Good point. Not reading it all either. Like on it, like sick message, like W message from George. Not reading it all. Not reading all that. $1.74. No way we let Andres Jimenez hit homers in back-to-back games. Fritz, I'm just saying that's your fault. It's not Castillo's fault for executing not executing a good pitch. It's Fritz's fault for saying their offense is about to explode. Just saying. How the come on, bro. Just get him out. Oh God. 1 pound is $1.34. Nice. Yeah. Tomatoes. Throwing tomatoes in Andres Jimenez. Former Guardian. Boo, former Guardians. Because it's incredibly predictable. Ban Fritz, we've heard enough. That's it. It's a cement mixer in the bottom middle of the zone. A cement mixer, dude. That's tough. Oh, that was at Fritz? My bad, Laura. My bad. I mean, still also at Andres Jimenez, former Cleveland Guardian, by the way, just in case anyone forgot. You can't let the 9-hitter beat you. Too bad they've done it in back-to-back games. Awesome. Canzone is able to jump. Dude, I honestly, Victor probably makes that catch. He could climb the wall. Did it last night. Surely Josh Allen give the Mariners a decent scouting report on Jimenez. 2-1. Cal stole that strike call. That was inside. Turns into Spider-Man, genuinely. Whole lineup can hit. They don't have Canzone, Gino Robles, etc. at the bottom. The thing is Jimenez should not be the one causing problems. He had a good start to the season, but no. It's just a cement mixer in the middle of the plate. Oh boy. Let's see. Oh, God. Vladdy single back up the middle. Woodworth out to have a conversation. I need to call the game. I don't know if I want to do that because I'm going to get frustrated real fast. Vladdy. First and second. I'm going to message Colton and ask him if anyone's up in the pen. Because if there's ever a time to maybe hit the Brian Wu button. Ooh. Bo Bichette isn't even playing. Tweaked his knee in pre-series workouts. Put Wu in now. I mean, only getting. You gotta see Castillo. I think if he lets one more hit, you pull him. Is the idea. I think is where Dan's head is at. Throwing the ball right down the middle. It's not getting by him either. He snuck one past Vlad earlier in the game. Not that one. Ooh. It's because it's Kirk. Kirk is a very likely, or could, on the existing Jays roster, ground into double play. is probably why you would want to see Castillo face this one batter. And he just leaves it right in the middle of the zone. Starting to get very concerned. To whom it may concern. I was saying this to someone we were standing with up on the stairwell last night, is Dan seems to it's not a very wild take in any capacity, but when Dan gets dealt the best hand, he's a great manager because he knows how to play his cards when it all comes up aces. He doesn't know how to take a 2-7 offsuit and try and win a hand. You know what I mean? (3-1). Ooh, that same pitch right before was a ball. That made it 3-1. Umpire just called it a strike. It's the same exact pitch, pretty much. Could have been a strike before as well, but Kirk's zone is a little funky. Castillo's still trying to challenge him at the top of the zone. 3-2 to Kirk, 1 out. Castillo nearing 50 pitches. Goofy ump. True, Jay. A double play would go so freaking hard, dude. Please. Ooh. Walked him. Walked him. Shoot. Shoot darn. Just at the bottom of the zone. I think, yeah, I mean, Cal had to go reach for it, so it's like, of course the umpire's not going to call that a strike. Cal had to go reach for it. Dan is making his... Dan's walking out to the mound. Colton just messaged me. Gabe Spire is coming in. Gabe is coming in. Not what you needed out of Luis Castillo. It is that slider that he just left hanging at the bottom of the zone. Game spider moments. Here we come. Gabe coming in with... Is it Clement up next? Right? Gotta be. No. Varsho Clement Barger. Varsho Clement Barger. Is Gabe Spire any better? Dude wasn't very good in the ALDS. I mean, he was definitely not his regular season self. He had a clean inning in Toronto. A little bit of hard contact in that inning, but if there's a guy that you go to get out a lefty in Dalton Varsho, it's got to be Gabe Spire. Plain and simple. Let's see Varsho's splits. Let's see him. Versus left-handers, he only saw 50 at-bats against them. A 701 OPS. Had a higher batting average, all things considered, in 2025, but didn't have many plate appearances. In his career, I mean, in his career... Why do I tempt fate? Why do I look things up? Got a career 260 batting average against lefties. The Jays are definitely cheating. There we go. There's the copium. Thank you, Zach. There's the copium we needed. James, hello. Need a strikeout or a double play. Double play ends the inning. Stops the bleeding. You figure out the rest of the game from there. It's getting scary, boys. Seize the moment. Why no Munoz? I mean, I get it, Devin, but Dan is not the guy to call the Munoz in the third inning. Sherm, hello. Welcome in, Sherm. 2-1 is manageable, but this is going to get out of hand. This might be ugly. Yeah. Would have pitched Josh Rojas right now. True. Gabe Spire coming in. Varsho is the batter currently. And then you have Ernie Clement and Addison Barger after that. Should it extend? First pitch strike to Varsho. 95 from Gabe. Outer edge of the plate. Did The Rock do bad? The Rock didn't do good, General Nugs. I'll tell you that. Did not do good. Come on, Gabe. Second pitch, ball high and outside, 95. Still velo good. You think we'll see Wu out of the pen tonight? I mean, this is the exact scenario, I think, where you want to get 2 innings out of Brian Wu. 2 to 3 innings out of Brian Wu. Where you need extra bullpen coverage. Strike, outside edge. Varsho was sitting on it the whole way. It's a good pitch from Gabe. Catches the outer black. I think he probably goes slider away here. Just runs the fastball again. Exact scenario to use Wu, so it'll be Hancock tonight. Got it. Perfect. Perfect. Don't get that it's too early argument. Don't get me wrong, Devin. If he turned to Munoz, heck it. I don't care. Whatever gets you out of the inning. But I just know Dan Wilson does not have, short managerial history to, take into account tendencies, but does not seem like something Dan would do. He went slider in. Holy hell. He went slider in and Varsho fouled it down the line. He just went fastball in and he fouled it off the umpire's head. Trevor May told you daily relievers with only 2 pitches don't fare well in the playoffs. We're going to need Gabe to lock the F in then with his fastball slider or sinker slider combo here. Oh. If Doug Eddings was the umpire, he calls that strike 3. Come on, Gabe. I need you. Dan's got no real experience as a playoff manager, and it legit is different. Yeah, he is in uncharted territory. And Gabe walked him. Okay. Really need the double play now. Really could use the double play now. We need Angel Hernandez to come out of retirement and help us out. Yeah, they just don't look the same. I think this is going to turn to repeated yesterday. Time for a drink. Let me buy you a drink. Ooh. And then Gabe overcooked a slider, almost hit Clement on the first pitch of the at-bat. Walking Varsho left on left with the bases loaded is wild. And not my dream scenario. Coughing Baby versus Coughing Baby managerial matchup. Doesn't get any better than that. Fouled it off his foot. 1-1's the count. Ernie's bouncing up and down, trying to shake off the pain. Ace is sitting on the bench. I was over sitting on the bench. Sitting on the bench. Make sure it's responsible, Michael. Yeah, fouled it right off the top of his foot. Infield pop-up. Cal doesn't see it. And it's out of play. Okay. Listen, this whole Cal's gravitational pull to his dumper is not working out right now, all right? Brian Wu time, now or never. Given how hard it seems like Gabe's having to work right now, I would not be surprised if Brian Wu pitches the next inning. Pitchers need to be better? Absolutely. You gotta execute. Fastball high and up. Ernie's not biting. Not biting. You're a Mariners fan. Nothing responsible about your drinking. Touche, Mike. Touche. That's a strikeout. 97 from Gabe. Reared back. Fired it past him. Strikes out Ernie Clement. Second out of the inning. Stressful, Chun-T. Hello. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank God y'all are doing this. I can't listen to Smoltz and Davis anymore. I mean, I don't know if I'm doing all that much. I don't think I'm doing anything special. I'm just saying what's happening. Ask Colton if anyone's a pen warming up. I'm going to. Goodness me. 95 just right down the... That's a scary pitch. Western Canada show up to T-Mobile today. I'll ask Colton if he thinks the Canadian crowd's bigger. It wasn't too bad yesterday, I felt like. Co-Dodgers, BC, you lucky son of a gun. Yes, he did, Blue. I think he did. Absolutely. That umpire needs a background check. He's a Toronto fan. A lot of game left. Absolutely. I've been saying absolutely a lot. I gotta get a different word. Indubitably. BC. A lot of game left. That's a strike. Strike 2. Like, sure, it's not AJ, but not shitting all over the Mariners at least. Listen, it could get there. Caught a stray. Tough, AJ. Tough. Yesterday's about 80-20 Mariners. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably close. Sit him down. Limits the damage. Could have been way worse. It's a 2-run game. 3-1. 2-run game. It's not good, but it could have been way, way worse. I'm asking Colton. He says no one's in the pen right now. And I asked him how the chat or how the crowd split is. Lucky to get out of there, only down 2. I agree, Mike C. We've got Mike E and Mike C. What happened to Mike A, B, D, F? What happened to the rest of those guys? Where's Raise the Trident? Title says he was here. Oh, shit. Did I leave that in the title? Hilarious. Oh, that's funny. Steamboat, he's not here. Oh, that's awesome. Definitely a lot of Blue Jays fans, specifically in the center field bleachers. Oh, that's funny. I deleted. Oh, that's classic. Donovan Solano moment. Where is Raise the Trident when you need him? Anyways, when I went live, I just clicked game 2 to game 4. And that's why it says Raise the Trident. Oopsies. Steamboat, thanks for letting me know. That's so funny. Don't you know, me, Jake, and Colton just all look alike. So we're all the same guy. So technically, Jake's always with us. That's how it works. Get the bats cooking. 9-1-2. Leo Rivas, he's a pesky AB. He's a pesky at bat, hopefully. At least you have Chun T, Chun A, and Chun A to Chun S have nowhere to be seen. That's a good point. That's a good point. I'm okay with game 4 ending like game 2. True. I forgot not Colton. Who? Who was that? W Production? W Steamboat for letting me know. All you guys here, everybody else who's here, y'all a bunch of fakes. Didn't let me know. Unless you guys were expecting Jake to come in at some point. No, Raise the Trident. Bye. See ya. Jake was the big crowd draw this whole time. Now that I've got you right where I want you, I'm here to buy all your chocolate. I thought you were Raise the Trident. Jesus Christ, that's so loud. I'm so sorry if that's that loud. Chunty sending 10 memberships to Robert, Brandon, Anthony, Zach, PDX, who was in here when we were streaming with Jake last time. W to PDX. Mr. C. Prasky, Damian, Joel, Maurice, and Brandon. What the F's going on? Chocolate. Ocean View, what's going on? The Mariners are currently losing, is what's going on here. So, show with the false advertising. Listen, if there's anything that I'm great at, it's over-promising and under-delivering. Charlie Crispin, hello. Yo, dog. Yo, big dog. Is anything happening? It is 2-1 right now in the count. Sorry, Sour Vanilla. 2-1 to Leo Rivas. Presently, Colton has just messaged me 3 times. Woo is up in the pen, throwing the plyos. Probably not in the 4th, but maybe the 5th. We've got live reporting from the park. Woo was up, throwing plyos, baby. 3-1, Rivas has the green light. Let's have another moment, Leo. Let's have another moment. 4-1, Leo's on base. Chunty, appreciate that 10 gifted memberships, by the way. Much love. Much love. Posted a new members video today. Mariners Alphabet Game Championship Series Edition. So, after the stream, if you haven't watched it and you're a member, it's in the Mojovians Only playlist, I think. Now, if there was ever a time for playoff Randy to be here, it'd be right now, right? Like, oh, get down. You stupid piece of garbage. Ball stayed up. I'm upset. Gonna need a better reporter voice for reports from the man inside. And we're coming live to you from the stairwell in T-Mobile Park, where we're getting word that Brian Woo is, in fact, up in the Mariners bullpen, throwing around plyos. He might be available to come into the 5th inning here in this pivotal Game 4 of the American League Championship Series. Cal, one time. That's all I'm asking. One time. Cal, do what you did yesterday. Hit a homer. Hit a homer. Anyone in the Blue Jays bullpen? I doubt it, Mike. That's down, Blue. Blue! Hasn't been a strike all night. Hasn't been a strike all night. I'm a little ahead of you. My bad, dog. My bad, Charlie. Back. Oh, Jesus Lord. I'm so shocked the umpire called him safe. What did I do? I'm shocked the umpire called him safe. He's 100%. He's like, I've never needed New York to be more wrong than right now. Oh, he's so out. What is taking so long? Is it a challenge or not? Yes. They're just reviewing it. He's out. Yeah. He's never been more out. Oh, that sucks. Ian, I envy your position here. The hard part is, Fritz, is if you take Leo Rivas out, who do you put at second base? Miles Mastroboni? Because if you're saying to go back to Robles, and I'm not, not thinking about it necessarily in that moment, but if you take Rivas out and you put Robles in, that means you got to move Polo out of the DH spot into second base, and you lose the DH spot. So it would be Mastro if anything comes in. Overturned. Rayleigh, he's not on the roster, Mike. He got left off of the championship roster. 2 outs. Cal, 1-2 count. Yes, he did. That's strike 3. And the inning is over. Wow. That was... Has there been a more demoralizing... this is that's the peak, the epitome of a demoralizing half inning where you get a leadoff walk. He gets picked off. And then your MVP of the season goes around. It just sucks, dude. It just sucks. That sucks. A lot more game to play. That's why you play 9 innings, Taylor Saucedo once said. Just not a good half inning by any measure. Not good at all. Team is emotional, you've noticed. Look at them walk out there, and they look miserable, deflated. The one that I think is the most is George Kirby. Dog cannot dial it in. Like, when he gets rattled, off his rocker, rattled. Colton's live tweeting the game. Think the Jays paid the Etsy Witch to reinstate the curse? I didn't know the Etsy Witches accepted Canadian money. Exactly, General. Exactly how we're feeling. Easy out as Mariners fan of 36 years. You can say that the season's over. GG, boys. These umps are garbage tier. ALCS MVP for the Jays is the umpiring crew. Wu is throwing off the mound now. And coming to you live from T-Mobile Park stairwell out in right center field, we've got Colton Swanson with a new report. Brian Wu is apparently throwing off the mound now. It seems like Brian Wu's appearance in this game is imminent. We'll be back with more reports from Colton from the stairwell when he gives me the next update. Who up warming their woo? Same. Call me Tom Brady's football because I'm deflated AF. Yo, the Mariners need to partake in Deflategate thoughts. That's a wrap. Let's go Kraken. I don't think the game is over. Because they're still playing right in front of me. Do I think that the Mariners are not playing good baseball right now? Absolutely. Do I think the Blue Jays are playing that much better? Not really. If we're the Mariners, right? If the Seattle Mariners had the bases loaded with 1 out and the only run that got across was via a walk, we would all be losing our collective minds right now. You know what I mean? We're just on the other side where we just don't have anything going for us. Maybe we'd kill to have the bases loaded at this point. But there's the dichotomy of baseball fandom and watching is always so interesting. You said an edible? We're going to come back and believe. There you go, Sherm. There's the good vibes for you. How can it be so good in Toronto and so bad at home? I could not tell you. Pitching's got to get together quickly. You have to have a shutdown inning. 8-9-1. If IKF gets on and Jimenez, if they do anything here, you are in big trouble. Blue Red, you want your team to win badly? Yeah, dude. Same. Big same. The beauty of baseball, it gives you heart palpitations. Beauty. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. You know what? Whatever. Now I'm behind the broadcast. Damn it. Do I need to refresh? Am I a little bit behind? I'm in danger. A live report coming to you from the Mariners stairwell in T-Mobile Park. Matt Brash is now up and throwing and getting ready. Woo sat back down, says Colton from the stairwell. Back to you next time with another stairwell update. Spire's pitching, yes. Gabe Spire is still pitching a 1-2 count to IKF, the first batter of the inning. He's at 23 pitches. Game Spider, only 38 out of 54, so there's 54 names on that 2025 Mariners Sporkle. How the hell did he foul that off? The slider at the bottom of the zone. I have visual on the broadcast of Matt Brash standing in the Mariners bullpen. I repeat, I have visual of Matt Brash in the AO. Please catch this baseball. Hey, they didn't catch the baseball. IKF, a little inside-out swing single into no man's land. And we're here. No outs. Runner on. Top of the fourth inning. And Andres Jimenez, the 9-hole hitter, is up. They didn't even come close to catching the baseball? Dog, I know. But what's Woo's mustache look like? The real question. A bunt from Andres Jimenez down the third baseline as sacrifice to move IKF up to second. 1 out with the top of the Blue Jays lineup coming up to bat. George Springer has a runner in scoring position. Walk Springer, turn 2. Nathan Lucas, kind of a hard guy to turn 2 on, but I don't hate the idea, Mike. Cringe? So cringe. It's almost like pitching in Coors Field when you have to play the Blue Jays. Crazy. Why'd they bunt with the best power hitter? It's a great question, Ian. Gave us a free out with their slugging second baseman. Oh, we booed Springer all night. It was awesome. Really let him have it. Son of a bitch, man. That's the type of hit that I thought we were going to get in the first inning. Joe, it's happening again. I'm upset. Yo, question for you guys. Has there ever been a live watch-along Mariners Anonymous? Because we're here, right? We're here. After the last 9 innings that we watched yesterday, 4-1 in the fourth. Castillo doesn't get out of the third inning. Are we? I think we're here. Are we not? Like, don't get me wrong. Game's not over. Game is not over. However, I think we need to start the meeting now. Just get it out of the way. Really just let it all out. It's Jober. What's up, Aaron? What's up, dog? They're not giving me anything. Gabe's rifling it up there at 95 at the top of the zone, trying to get Lucas to swing under it. Swing through it. Hello, Jeff. Hi, I'm secular, and I'm a Mariners addict. Hi, secular. Broadcast cutout. Rip. Maybe you got to refres the broadcast. Thought it was a home run. Pleasantly surprised. Oh, there's no way. Okay. JP's there. We're fine. 2 outs. Runner on third. Fish off, friends. Not food. Casey, I'm sorry that you're so sad. Listen. Never going to be easy. Ultimately, the team has to start punching back at some point. Colton is saying mean things about Dan Wilson. I think he's going to say that he should have gone to Matt Brash to face George Springer, is my guess. Do we agree that Matt Brash, if ready and available, should have been pitching to George Springer instead of Gabe Spire? We've got a report from Colton. Why would he leave Spire in for Springer when Brash is hot? I called it. And in hindsight, yeah, probably should have gone to Brash, but we ain't scoring 4+. Why did Spire have a longer leash than Castillo? I'm gonna tell him that you guys agree. Big one here. I'd say this is still very doable if you stop it now. Have to stop the bleeding. Getting Vladdy out here is imperative to the success of this game long term. Hope Brash nails Vlad in the face. I disagree, Frodo. I appreciate your $2, though. Can we admit that Spire's bad, by the way? No, I disagree. I don't think he's bad. He had a great season. It's not going to take anything away from him. It's just the postseason has not been as good. Do we pitch to Vlad? I mean, I think it makes sense to put Vlad on. Personally. Because you don't want him to beat you. And he could beat you with one swing. Who's pitching tomorrow? Kevin Gossman. Gossman has been announced as the Game 5 starter. Spire versus Springer is just a bad matchup. Especially, like, having to, like, work the previous inning. Like, I don't know. We're pitching to Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Ball outside. So. Okay, and the ball gets away from Cal. Slider buried in the dirt. The run scores anyways! Jay, Brash got this? Got what, bro? It's not your fault, Jay. No, Frodo. You should have just put him on. Oh, well. Wild pitch. A run in. Yeah. All it, it's a bloop and a blast, and a bloop and a blast, and a bloop and a blast, and you're winning this ball game. Vlad Jr. flies out to right field. Inning's over, boys. Ugh. Wasn't Precious runner, so it doesn't count. Ah. Thinking it's time to turn it off. Ian, what's your plan for the rest of the night, brother? Huh. Brash did have it. Hmm. Interesting. Let's go, Mariners. Let's go, Mariners. Shower and sleep? Hell yeah, dude. Let's go, Mariners. Guys. Guys. There's always time to turn it around. It's just going to take a pretty miraculous turn from what we've seen in the first couple innings. New cow beer. Dude, shout out Scuttlebutt. We got him right where we want him. There you go, Sam. Not moved. We're going to Game 7. We all know how Toronto fares in Game 7s. Good vibes only, Gino homers. Pomple, if Gino homers, props to you for willing it to be. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, is this a disappointing performance at home the last 2 days in the 14-ish innings that we've seen played by the Seattle Mariners? Absolutely. It's not what you wanted when you come home in the American League Championship Series in front of your home crowd. Definitely not what you wanted to see. But, I mean, 2 wins away from the World Series. You're playing for the American League pennant. Like, again, I get wanting to go and win it all. But this team has done... This team has had a fantastic season. Truth be told. And it is a lot of what have you done for me lately, recency, where the last, we'll call it 28 hours, have not been great. And I can admit that. I was there last night watching them get their absolute shit pushed in. So, that's my 2 cents. Julio hit, Polanco strikeout, Naylor hit, Gino homer. Charlie, I would love that. And Fritz, you know what they did? They won, though, which is pretty sick. Pretty cool. It's not lowering the standards. Did any, like, if the start of the season, like, be so honest. At the start of the season, given the way that the offseason went and how the last 2 years have gone, if I told you that the Mariners would be playing in the American League Championship Series, you all would be giddy with excitement. Like, there's no way you wouldn't be. Right? With a chance to go to the World Series. Like we, again, now that we're here, it's a different conversation more than likely. But, like, come on. Y'all are going to lose it when we walk off Game 7? Walk off Game 7. Sam, I have bad news. I appreciate the sentiment's right there. You know what I mean? Sentiment's right there. Unfortunately, the Mariners will not be hosting any Game 7s the rest of the way. But I get your point. I get your point. Think God owes us something for your misery? What about a hand grenade, Flick? Are we allowed to be close with hand grenades? Munoz walks it off. There you go. Secular's on it. First, ooh, if that had been a first pitch pop-up from Polo, man, I would have been emotional. I would have been emotional. that's a little outside, Mr. Umpire Man. I don't know how Mariners fans can put up with decades of misery and simultaneously have no mental fortitude. That's a great question, AJ. Like that's a phenomenal thing to think about. Didn't want to elaborate for you to get the gist. Oh, absolutely. I know what you mean. And we're just, slightly off, agree to disagree situation, slightly off. Why wasn't Brash in to face Springer? Levi, that's, yeah, Colton messaged me that as soon as they brought Brash in. Polo? No, off the end of the bats. Thought I was getting down the line. Why am I watching Max Scherzer visualize? Jackson, why are you, like, real question though, Jackson? And I'm not asking for, like, why are you watching? Not to say that we all have to have the same intention while watching. You're watching your baseball team play. But, like, if it's this overly negative outlook every time you watch, I have a suggestion. Stop fucking watching them. Because if that's all you ever get out of it, you're never going to be happy. Plain and simple. Like, that's really what it feels like. When it boils down to, we're only watching to feel the negative emotions. Like, then stop. Not to say that you can't fan differently, but I mean, it gets to a point where something's got to give. Something's got to give at some point. Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope, or whatever she says. Get through. That's a base runner. Watch because you have hope. Don't care. We still won the AL West. The Mariners are hanging a banner, which is awesome. They won the West. They're in the championship series. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't like what I'm watching. It's not great. But I'm not like, we're not giving up. Joe starts cooking, then Naylor gets a hit. I'll just sit here and do this the entire time. Had to mute the TV. Yeah, I'm not listening. I just have it here, visualized. Gino, I mean, that's 94 down the middle, brother. 94 down the middle. Ooh. Fox Deportes commentators? Okay. Mind if my MLB broadcast speaks a little Espanol? Naylor's the only batter with a hit in this game for the Mariners. When you give up, they seem to play better. See, that's the right kind of giving up. Pat gets it. Pat knows how to get the vibe switch going. When Pat gives up, the Mariners turn it on. How did Rivas get thrown out? He simply wasn't paying attention. Can't turn it off. Need to be here so I can call the Gino homer into Edgar's. Listen, man, he just half swung at a slider in the other batter's box. If he hits a homer into Edgar's, I'll buy you an Edgar jersey right now. Deal? I'll shake on it, Ian. If it's a homer into Edgar's right now, I'll get you an Edgar jersey. One time, Gino. Yikes. Hey, Ian, good news. I'm not out of like $150 now. So Gino cannot be in the lineup tomorrow. I don't know how to tell you this. I mean, I guess it's Leo Rivas at third instead, and you have Dom DH, Polo at second, and Victor in the outfield. I'm gonna say, like, are we starting Miles Mastroboni? Mastro getting the start. Pinch hit Ben Williamson. Unfortunately, Parker, Williamson's not on the roster. Gino's guessing. Gino's guessing. Gino's guessing. Joe, you hate everything. Dorian? Yeah. Yeah. That's kind of like where a lot of us are at, too. Truth be told. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not happy. I said don't get me wrong a lot. I got to switch it up. Don't get it twisted. This is rough. It's not been the greatest thing ever, Nolan. So, Gino needs to bunt. Chip, hello. A Gino bunt. I don't know if I've ever seen that suggested. Have we ever seen someone suggest that a guy who almost hit 50 home runs in the regular season has to bunt every time? Kind of crazy. Grand Slam can tie it still. Break out the rye bread and mustard, Grandma. It's salami time. That's some Dan Wilson-ish right there. Classic Dan. Classic. I don't know why he didn't walk Springer or he didn't turn to Matt Brash after Springer came up to the plate. Yeah, like, feels like a reasonable move to switch out your guy who, yes, Spire can get lefties and righties out, has been a leverage arm for you, but has to know that he hasn't been his sharpest in the postseason. Going to Brash for Springer and Lucas makes sense. And then if he has to face Vladdy, he has to face Vladdy, which he did, and you got him out. So I don't know. Just take the next two, Bryce and Logan, going as mad as I am right now. Don't think the series completely over. Like, that's the thing is, like, at worst, you're playing a 3-game series with 1 game at home. And yes, you've lost both the games at home. Then you get to go play 2 in a situation where you won both games. Like, you won both in Toronto. It's a long series. And that's the beauty of baseball. Not saying Dan is perfect, but like more experience he gets, the better he'll be. Bailing on him now doesn't make any sense. It's not like Aaron Boone. I don't think in any capacity Dan Wilson is not the manager in 2026. For all of his warts, a lot of the player buy-in and obvious buy-in from the fans that love the, that era of the Mariners and the ownership group. He's without question the manager in 2026. And to assume he'll get better is a very reasonable assumption, but never a guarantee, right? So yeah, you've witnessed it several times, him being outmanaged and outclassed. But yeah, abandoning him. The thing is like he's going to make decisions that we will always scratch our head at no matter what. Service was in year, 7? I don't even know how many years Service was the manager. Was it 6? And we were still like, yo, what the F is this guy doing? Made some great moves at times. And then made some absolutely wonky ones. But Dan, for better or for worse, is the manager next year, I think, without question. It's a quick inning from Brash. And you know what time it is? I'll say this. My fault. Okay? My fault. I completely and utterly threw away the beginning of this game because I didn't have my rally candle lit next to me, guys. If you got a candle, go light it right now. Worked in game 1, worked in game 2. Why not game 4? Go light your rally candle immediately. Immediately. How could we forget the candles? Exactly. How could we forget the candles? I forgot them. On me. The 5-1 deficit right now, on me. Completely. Go steal the candle, King. Pull it all the stops. Can't in your location? I forgive you. I appreciate your it's the thought that counts, right? If you could, you would, but you can't, so you won't. And that's fine with me. Lit the rally joint. Just a little something to take the edge off, right? Just a little something. The beacons are lit. There we go. Candles, joints, whatever, dude. Oh, man. George, your comment about saying Colton's jokes were funny was that got me giggling, I won't lie. I'm going to tell Colton that the candles have been lit. 3-wick candle? Yo. Eating the rally blizzard? Turn it over right now and send it on Discord. Phone's flashlight? That'll work. Time to shotgun a 2-liter of Mountain Dew. Now a diehard Blue Jays hater. During the Tigers series, I felt my animosity for that franchise grow. I was like, I was thinking, it's Astros, Yankees, Tigers, as far as the American League is concerned. And now Astros, Yankees, Blue Jays, Tigers? Astros, Yankees, Tigers, Blue Jays? Like, where are we at? Because my animosity towards these teams is growing, I think, in every pitch. Lighting your hair on fire, surreal rally cap. Maybe don't do that. Maybe don't. Oh, for crying out loud. I've got a new report from the man on the stairwell. Coming to you live from T-Mobile Park Stairwell, it's Colton Swanson with another live report. Carlos Vargas is up in the pen. Smiley face. Let's see. Dorian. Absolute legend. Dorian turned the blizzard over. Absolute legend. Dom, you better beat that shit out, Dom! Yeah! Oh, yeah! Here we go. Here we go. This is going well. Back to sports purgatory for us. Jeff, appreciate the $2. Sorry, Jeff, can't hear you. Dom Canzone just had a single back up the middle. Base runners, baby. Base runners. Could have light a Blue Jays jersey on fire? Maybe not. Maybe not. Never mind. Forget everything I said about not giving up. It's time to give up. Game's over. JP foul. Vargas is warming. Yeah, the game's over. Chip. Chip with a $9.99 super chat. Anyone know the best credit card for airport lounge access? Is it really Capital One? I don't know. But I appreciate your $9.99. Yeah, Vargas is an interesting choice. Why is he asking about credit cards? Hey, man. He gave me $10. I don't ask questions. He gave me $10. So for that, I will say I don't know, but I imagine Capital One. Maybe there's like an Alaska Airlines premium card somewhere. Maybe, Chip. Maybe. American Express. Okay. Okay. Bro thought this was Facebook. Amex, we've got another Amex. Louis Varland up in the pen. Louis Varland up in the pen for the Blue Jays. Polo hit a home run off of him. JP. Oh, no. JP, what are we doing? No. He went to slam his bat and then pulled back. Slam the bat. There's never been a better time to slam the bat. Never been a time. Never heard anyone say Amex that way, or is it Amex? It's probably Amex, huh? Because like American. Like, are we or A for that? Update. Shotgunning a 2-liter Mountain Dew was a bad idea. Maybe this will spark the Mariners. All bad ideas will spark the Mariners. There we go. Wasn't saying you were wrong. No, yeah. I didn't think you were saying wrong. I was just commenting like what is the way that you normally pronounce it, you know what I mean? Since we're on the topic of credit cards, you know, may as well. It's not like there's a really important baseball game, but like we don't need to pay attention to it. If we pretend to not care, good stuff will start happening, you know? Leo Rivas walk-off grand slam in the 20th? The 20th? I don't know about the 20th, brother. Only the 5th of what, General? What are you talking about? Ball 3. I can't not pay attention. I was trying to be nonchalant about the game. It didn't work. I know, Frito. I was just kidding. I was pretending to not care about the game. I thought that was going to get into the... I thought that was getting into the gap. Damn. Leo got a good piece of that ball. That sucks. That scores a run. That's a double. It scores Dom Canzone for sure. Do we need the roof closed? Roof's open. Yesterday, it was open and then they closed it. I don't know what the record was with the roof closed against Detroit. I don't know. God, Max Scherzer's literally, he looks insane. Yeah, he's I don't get me wrong. I'm mad that the Mariners aren't teeing off on 40-year-old Max Scherzer, but he is the definition of the kind of psychopath you want on the mound. What's going on? I said, hey, yeah. Kirby is selling. He sold yesterday, that's for sure. It's the eyes. I mean, it's a lot of the moving parts there. Has anyone seen Randy get on base with 2 outs? Is this you, Chip? Are you saying that he gets on with 2 outs? Holy hell. Ah! What a swing! What a swing! Oh, that slider. Oh, my God. What a pitch to swing at, Randy. That's tough. That's a really bad swing. Oh. JSN, there's no way they DFA Kirby or Luis. Could they trade one of them? Maybe. Scherzer scared Randy. Back to the BBQ. Yeah, sorry we couldn't hold it down for you, J.I. takes one down the pipe and swings at one of the other's bot. Yeah, the approach is just all wrong. Is that the worst swing of the postseason? We're going to win this in Toronto in Game 7. There we go. There it is. Bring back Dart. Oh, God. George, you be careful. Don't tempt fate. Knew the curve was coming. Neat. Randy just chooses, it seems like, the worst time to actually want to swing the bat sometimes. Yeah, I don't know. Is it, should I just say Jack? Jacqua? 2 cents? I don't know. It's a fantastic question. 15 inning in Game 7 in Toronto. Buying tickets now. I'll be booking my next therapy session after that one. Gino swings just as bad as Randy. I mean, yeah, like, there have been a handful of at-bats and swings that have just been absolutely dreadful. That one from Randy's up there, for sure. But Gino, yeah. Logan Gilbert, where are you? He's starting Game 6, so. Joe, what is the meaning of life? Honestly, Dorian, meaning of life might be having a DQ blizzard. What flavor? What flavor was the blizzard? I mess with ice cream heavy. Hence, me being heavy. So I gotta know. Blue Jays play extremely well in T-Mobile Park, and the Mariners play extremely well in the Rogers Center. The Rogers Center. That's the copium. That's the copium I need, George, because if that's the case, you play 4 games in Rogers Center, only 3 in T-Mobile. Heavy, bro. Heavy. Oreo plus Reese's? Yeah, dude. Fire. Refocus and finish this? Sorry, dude. I'm talking about ice cream. That's where we're at. We're talking about ice cream. Wait, I'm sorry. Is Barger already on base? Holy shit, he has a leadoff double. I was too busy talking about ice cream. What about Rivas in the leadoff spot? Someone's got to do something to change up the vibes. When you see Vargas, Dan has given up. Manfred Man in the 6th in the playoffs. Ivers got the best soft serve in the game? Interesting. I don't know if I've ever had it. Carlos Vargas. Carlos Vargas. Favorite supermarket ice cream brand? Like, what do we consider, like, things that you can just, like, I like Tillamook a lot. Are we considering, like, that's my favorites. I will get Tillamook Mudslide every chance that I can get. I acknowledge, what the hell is IKF doing there? I'm sorry, what? What the hell was that? Was he trying to wave Barger to go? That was bizarre, was it not? I would like to just see a replay of IKF jumping up and down like a madman. Mad Max be back in the 6th? I doubt it, Outlaw. I doubt it. Probably turns to the bullpen. Varland for an inning. Dominguez for an inning. Hoffman for an inning, and you have one more inning you need to cover there. So maybe you go like Fluharty or something. Oh, Gino. Gino, you slow mother effer. Can we get to the Jays bullpen? I mean, you haven't been able to really tag the starters for much except for Savage in Toronto, which is probably the least likely outcome coming into this series, it feels like. Given expectations for who Bieber and Scherzer are in their current form. But ever since Vargas been sporting the rag, he's been fire. He's been, I mean, listen, it's only weird if it doesn't work. We ain't going to rally with the Anon logo up. True. Good point. Good point. Anon logo's going away. It's going away. Good call, George. I appreciate that communication. I think that's the right move. That's the thing, is like if Vargas could just locate, he would, I mean, he's good. He has the stuff to be good. Absolutely. I mean, that's the hard part too. Like Naylor having to run over to the bag, whatever. Vargas is just a guy that sometimes he's not fully paying it. He's not clued into everything. Good vibes rally candle not working. Does it at least smell better? When is Raise the Trident joining the stream? Maybe Jake would have been the key all along. I think he's working, so. Vargas is Bizardo from last year. He'll be fine. I mean, I would gladly take Carlos Vargas turning into Edward Bizardo in 2026. Okay, that's a clean inning from Bizardo. Leadoff double. Doesn't come around. How about some runs? How about some runs? Solo shot too, Mud. Come on, offense. Come on, offense. Here we go. Seven-run inning incoming, inbound. Durag Vargas him. Might have saved the season, some are saying. Thought chat was trolling about the Durag? Absolutely not. Durag Vargas. It's him. I hear they call it hitting. Really? Oh, that's what that's called? When the team that's batting scores runs? They call it hitting. Oh, okay. I think the Mariners should try that. I think that. A seventh run has hit the T-Mobile Park, Mr. Joe. Should let Colton know that. I'll let Colton know right now, Dorian, that you've proclaimed this a 7-run inning. Oops. There we go. Anyone remember 2022? I've got word from the man on the stairwell. Responding to, Dorian has proclaimed this a 7-run inning. Quote, I believe in the king. Close quote. Dorian, the fate of this franchise rests on your shoulders. Will you stand up? Or will you crumble to your feet? Is Colton at the game? Yes, Outlaws. He is at the game with his brother. Respect? Absolute respect. Rally Blunt number 2. Whatever works. Stand the F up, Dorian. Why are you muted? Jenna, you're not muted. I just don't always read all the messages. You're not muted. 7 runs start with 1 hit, then 2, then 3. Not 5, not 6, not 7. Gino's launching a grand slam into Edgar's, lighting the candle so it actually happens this time. Ian, I appreciate your commitment to the work. Holy hell, Scherzer's back out there. Scherzer's back out there. Varland was warming up last inning. So I think as soon as a runner gets on, Scherzer comes out, would be my guess. Call it fair. Those umpires are like clearly biased. That was fair. So 3 doubles in a row, Naylor getting on, and Gino hitting a bomb, and then we're back in it. Exactly. Light work. And Cal hits a fly out to right field. Addison Barger camped underneath it. I'm emotional. Let's go, M's. You just can't roll over and die. Grandpa Scherzer going to let up 10 runs. Julio, I don't know, bro. That's a slider that you could park into Edgar's. That pitch is thrown to me in MLB The Show. I'm taking it 500. And he goes to the same location, but speeds it up by 10 miles an hour, and then he's late on it. Like, I know it's a first pitch swing, so like it would have pissed us off if he rolled over onto it. But I mean, just drop the elbow and launch that sucker. Applaud me for streaming through this. Thank you, Dorian. Not quitters over here, you know what I mean? It's not what I'm about. Not now. Not ever. Son of a bitch, Julio. God. Hey, guys. So, something not so chill just happened in the Mariners game where Julio watched a slider kind of go right into like the cookie zone, right in the ding dong zone, first pitch, right? And then on the third pitch, the ball, right, was in the other batter's box pretty much, like low and outside. And he swung at, like, that's kind of crazy, right, guys? Could it be? Holy shit, guys. I don't know. Me likey the ding dong song. Please. Do we need like guest pitch turned on to be able to swing the bat? They should reverse their game plan. Swing at the heater and take on the slider. Good luck. Slider, slider, slider. Polo going large right here. Jay. I would appreciate that. You know, I think this Max Scherzer kid has potential, you know. Looking like he could have a pretty long career in the major leagues. If he keeps pitching like this, I could see him having a pretty long, illustrious career now, huh? Kid got potential. I like his gall. He's got some gumption, huh? Hell yeah, Mad Dog. Woo! That's it. 3-2 count. Damn. I'm on a 2-2 count. They need aim assist. Did they know that they could plug in their Zen? Like at any point, right? Call play-by-play in the voice of an FM classical radio host. So the thing is like that would require me to want to do that. And I don't really feel like it, you know? Kids pitching like he can win 3 Cy Youngs and get a couple rings. I mean, sounds like a pretty good career to me. When do they open packs? What? We're doing a pack opening live? Polo walks? The future has spoken? Walk, come on, Naylor? Guys. Like in Major League Baseball, the show 25. Like in the hit game. Whose mom brought the after game snack today? I thought it was Ian. Not Ian said he's bringing the snack, so. Bye-bye, Scherzer. Yeah, got him out before the 6th inning. What about you? Ian, you brought the snacks, right? Mad Max is mad he's getting taken out. If he could throw all 9 innings of every game, he would have been the perfect pitcher in the 1920s. You know what I mean? He would be up there with the likes of Bob Gibson in terms of complete games and innings thrown and all those kind of statistics. What are we talking about? The snacks, Ian. You brought the snacks, right? Can't even go 6. Like, how embarrassing, you know? How embarrassing. Yo, when's Manny gonna get here? I know Manny's at the stadium, but like, why isn't he like chilling with us? That's kind of fake, right? Smooches, bro. What's up, Creech? What's up, dog? What up, big dog? Smooches, bro. Smoochies. Who was warming up? Flu Hardy, lefty, and Louis Varland. Brought the snacks where? To the stream. You brought the snacks to the stream, right, Ian? Manny only turns up for Jake? No, he only turns up for Ty. Just kind of crazy. Like, we say hi to Manny every time we're at a game. When's the last time Ty said hi to Manny at a game? Things to consider. Oh, thank you, Ian. What'd you bring? How are the vibes in the stadium right now from Colton? Let's ask Colton. Get a live look in from Colton at the stadium. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't expect anything different from the vibes in the stadium right now, personally. So, shudders. Blackout game suite. Sick. Who turned the lights out at T-Mobile Park? In Naylor we trust. Naylor going yobster. You can't hear Colton? Sorry, brother. Dorian, chill. Naylor going yobster off of a lefty's going to go crazy right now. Let's go, Naylor. Let's go, Naylor. Let's go, Naylor. Guys, that's when you say let's go, Naylor at like when I say it, then you guys say it out like it's like a chant that we do, you know? No? All right. Now watch this drive. Shit! Take a Nutri-Grain bar. What flavor though? Like blueberry or strawberry? Or do you go apple? I lean blueberry. 3-1 count. How are you so far ahead of me? You're one pitch. It's not that bad. You're one pitch ahead. I'm not looking. I'm watching the game. I can't interact with you, chat. I'm watching the game. And if the chat starts moving really fast, I'll either get really excited or really sad. I can't tell yet. It's time to make some noise, Mariners fans. 3-1 count. Time is called. No, not time is called. You got to wait for the eyes, Mason. The eyes. Oh my God, speaking of the eyes, Jesus Christ, Max. It's peering into my soul. Let's go, Naylor. Kind of a gift of a walk there. I won't lie to you. Kyle Jones with the smooches, bro. Kyle Jones. Looking good. Shit, Kyle, you're looking pretty good. Hi, Kyle. Mike said hi earlier to me, so that was exciting. Hi, Kyle. Anyways. Just know Gino's going to strike out or double play. Gino into Edgar's right now. Ian, I need you to just... I just need you to summon all your energy. Ian, Gino into Edgar's right now. Please. Jason, if you're... Jason, you're trolling... You better be careful. Oh my God, they sent him. Oh. I swear to Christ, if Polo didn't score. If Polo didn't score and Naylor's out before the run scores, I swear to God. I just messaged Colton to see. Made him pay for that out. I mean, that's one way to do it. Something, don't make the last out at third. One of the cardinal rules of baseball. First and last. Can't do it. Yeah, Colton is also questioning why Naylor runs to third there. Like, is it to force the throw, to third and to make sure that there's not a play at the plate? So, but the thing is, you need the base runner, so you can't get out there either. If we come back, Joe S., listen, we're not telling me what to do with my life. I have free will, Mr. Seaprasky. All right, we've already agreed to do the reverse Mohawk if they win the World Series. So we're not getting ahead of ourselves here. If Cardinal rules are so important, why didn't St. Louis make the playoffs? Will we ever see Woo? Never again. Like Emmanuel Clase, he's been banned from baseball for life. That's a joke. So. Gino was clutch. Of course something goes wrong. Yeah, I don't know why Naylor's running there. If it's to make sure that the run scores, I guess is the logic. Or maybe he really felt like he could get there. But I don't know. We need to class up let's see, we need to class up Calce. Oh, we need to class up Calce. I'm losing it. We need to call up Clase. I agree. Who do you think will win the World Series? A baseball team. Reed, a baseball team is who I think. Now hear me out. Let me cook. One of the Mariners, the Blue Jays, Dodgers, and Brewers. Chat, what do we think about that? What do we think? Edward Bizardo. Here he comes. My man. Guardians in 5. Laura, listen. Still think Houston has a shot? George, you're out of your mind. Out of your mind. There you go, Bizzardo. Yeah. Here we go. We want the pennant. We're going to score. Yeah. Like, that's the thing is, like, former players going into broadcasting, I get that they're going to have an inherent bias about players that maybe are pillars of the game in some capacity, specifically Smoltz being a pitcher, Scherzer, whatever. But, like, remaining unbiased should be a pretty significant part of a national broadcast. And every part of the national broadcast that the Mariners have played in have not been unbiased, it feels like. So, sucks being an M's fan in LA when everyone is a Dodgers fan. A Dodgers fan. Yeah, I mean, I get that. Okay. Run scored, no matter what. I mean, it's obviously still on the board, so. Sure, it's a tough world to live in. And the Dodgers just get to do whatever they want. That's why we won't be playing baseball in 2027. Los Dodgers. What are you saying? Went over whose head? Me? What? What are you talking about? We're going to get the pennant. We're going to score. Shoot darn. Vlad going to go deep? Creech, I've got great news for you. Vlad went deep. Oops. Yeah. Oops. Should we ban Creech for that? What if we banned Creech? What if we sacrifice Creech to the gods? Yeah? Okay. So close, Dom. About to turn it off. I don't blame you. It's not necessarily the most fun. Tell him to say better stuff. True. Creech, what's your prediction? Creech, what's your prediction? Full disclosure, Dorian, I just thought it was like a Matt Hasselbeck, we want the ball, we're going to score joke. What happens if we lose this? The series is tied 2-2, and you play a best of 3. Just got to win a series at that point. Got to win 2 out of 3. Frodo. Creech, what the hell is that? Creech, we're telling you to abuse it in the sense of saying good things. What the hell is that? Where's the blurry scoreboard? We still could not figure out why Jake's scoreboard was bad. Ban him. Yeah, after that one, ban him. Tomatoes. Creech, that was crazy. Supposed to be good vibes. We needed your clairvoyance for good things. It's a curse, guys. This is foresight. Okay, well, Creech, bad news, buddy. See you in 5. Think Creech meant Cal will injure a Blue Jay? I don't think so. Bizzardo strikes out Kirk. He didn't get banned. He only got timed out for 5 minutes. Don't worry. He didn't. It's not a ban. When people get timed out, they automatically think they got banned, by the way. Like, some guy said some messed up stuff the other day while we were live with Jake, and so we just timed him out, and then he commented later saying that he got banned. Like, you wouldn't have gotten banned. Like, you got timed out, therefore that's why you're still allowed to comment. We can come back for this, just like Creech can come back from this. I agree. Yeah, I'm not shocked that like the superstar's been a key contributor in the series, right? Holding Vladdy 0 for 7 in the first two games definitely helped the like was a big reason why the Mariners won 2 games in Toronto. Not to say that he hasn't had any help in the 2 games in Seattle, but I mean, he is a cog in that engine, you know what I mean? He's a cog in that engine. Can't get swept at home. Something's got to give at some point. 9 outs, 4 runs. I've scored like 12 outs and 9 runs on MLB The Show Showdown before, so just going to throw that out there. Maybe the Mariners should take one page out of my book. Strikeout for Bizardo. 6-2 score line heading into the bottom of the 7th inning. As a Jays fan, I can see this going 7 will be a fun marathon, I think. Random dose of history. I've got a suggestion, and I appreciate your comment and the, not dunking in here immediately. People are going to be mad because of the way that the last 16 innings have gone. So just tread carefully, I will say. Tread carefully. It'll be a fun marathon. I don't know if 7-game fun marathon are words that I'd use to describe. Like, I don't know if I'd use fun, because the emotions that I'm feeling are not fun. But I can imagine the emotions that you were feeling in the first 2 games also not fun. So, quick math. Thank you so much. Joe get hyped. Maybe that's what will do it. Oh, I need to be the hype man? Me? 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 Let's go, Mariners. I mean, this game is not Grand Slam proof. That is true. The rye bread and mustard. Rally caps on. Should I grab a shoe? I'll put one on my head if I have to. I'll put one on my head if I have to. I don't know, Fritz, if Naylor was sent, like if he was waved on by Negron there. I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure. Let's say I summon Shenron. Hell yeah, dude. Yes? All right. Okay. Okay! Guys are yelling at me to put a shoe on my head. The FS guys think the stadium hands out shoes? That seems a little ridiculous. Should I go vertical or horizontal? How we feeling? Brian? Hell yeah. Call you a boomer, but the commercial volume level is insane on streaming. Dude, I hate how loud commercials get on any streaming platform. Hand out shoes in this economy? Vertical would be impressive. Sorry, when I said vertical, I meant like this axis, not like this, right? Or shit. Or like this. I meant more so like facing, you know, on yeah, that's what I meant. You could go go oral, but I'm afraid it won't help. Just stick the frickin' tongue of my shoe. Just the front of it. Just take a chomp out of it. Sick, JP. Sick, bro. She was pleasantly clean. Thank you. 2 outs, so what? So what? So what? Three pitches, 2 outs. It's going well. It's going really good. Called that a ball? Hell yeah, umpire. Hell yeah. The game could be tied 6 minutes from now. I'll check in 6 minutes. Right around 8 o'clock. Let's go, Leo. Let's go, Leo. Yeah, the game's fucking cooked, guys. Game's cooked. Barger makes a diving play out in right field to retire the side. Game's cooked. If I'm being honest with you, kind of a performative dive. Like, I don't know if he really needed to dive for that shit. 12 minutes? Deal, Devin. Deal. I don't think he needed to dive. That was kind of cringe from Barger. Like, literal massive aura loss for Madison Barger there. Classic Barger. Seems like a good time to level up on Battlefield 6. There you go. Barger's a web gem addict. Cringe. Cringe. How embarrassing to be cringe on the main stage. Wow. In your home state, Bellevue boy, Addison Barger. I'm coping. Damn. That is tough, Devin. Like, I get to go to sleep and then reset. That's just your entire day. Hancock's coming in? Hell yeah. Reporting live from the Mariner Mojo Twitch. I didn't go live on that. I never do that unintentionally. I'm going to bring the mic up here. Reporting live from the Mariner Mojo YouTube live stream. In the comment section, Shanae Miller Ashton has reported that Emerson Hancock is coming into the game. Why not Twitch? We have it set up to multi-stream. I just honestly forget to hit it every single time I go live. Like, truth be told. Hang in there. Thanks, Yeti. Much love. I'm gonna try and click some smooches, bros. Bang. There it is. I don't have a strong opinion on Brock and Salklick. I don't listen to a lot of Seattle sports radio on my own. So I get to go to sleep, wake up before, go to work, get home at 3, and get punched in the dick again tomorrow. Woo! Sorry, that was probably really loud because the mic's right here. That's my bad. That was probably really loud. That was just really funny. Watch us score 10 off of Gossman tomorrow. That'd be pretty sick. Aaron, I get it, right? Just having it easy would be awesome. And I know you're saying that I assume you're saying that facetiously. So blew out the mic. Yeah, my bad, guys. Rip headphone users. Yeah, that's my bad. Damn, Shanae, how far ahead? You better be 1 pitch ahead. Okay, you're 1 pitch ahead. Gino just does, like... That dive just looked sad, did it not? I was going to say, like, it just happened for me, Anthony. Like, Miller and Clement are talking right now. It's not Grand Slam proof. Is going to Hancock punting? It's kind of punting, isn't it? You could try and get another inning out of Bizardo. I don't think you go to Munoz. So it's probably just stretching Bizardo for another inning. And I doubt that they would want to go to Wu. Because you want, like, in the event that you do get there, and I know, like, the argument is, especially now that we're in the 8th, like, using Munoz in a game where, like, you never know if it's going to be tied. Yeah, I probably just would have tried to get another inning out of Bizardo. The hard part is then he's unavailable tomorrow. With only one inning, he's available tomorrow. Like, not having an off day will probably played into this decision. Walked away, made a sandwich. The shoe was still on his head. Why would you think anything else? I'm like kind of craning my neck here a little bit to make sure it stays on. Like if I move my head down, we're there. It's Caleb Ferguson time again. Hey man, I would suggest that you don't say those words. All right? Unless you want the quick, the 1-2 buckle my shoe real quick. All right? Put him up. Come on, put him up. We'll rock 'em, sock 'em robots. Flip the shoe around. Like a 180, so it's the other swoosh. We go in 90 degrees, so it's the back of the shoe. 90 degrees, so it's the front, like the vamp of the shoe. Like what are we feeling? Satellite moment? Crazy. 2 on, no outs. What could happen? What could possibly go wrong? Yeah, how are we feeling? What rotation? What rotation in the shoe? Drink from the shoe? You want me to do a shoey right now? If they win, Creech, I'll do a shoey. If they win, I'll do a shoey. 180? Deal. If they win, I'll do a shoey. This guy throwing out anatomical parts of the shoe. The vamp, brother. That's the front part with all the little holes on the front of it. Get rotated, idiot. Rotating into zone. That's the content you're here for? Exactly. Worst M's trade acquisition. Milton Bradley or Caleb Ferguson. Caleb's tough. Like, he's so bad. Jason, are you that far ahead of me, dude? Oh, you're on game day, so you're watching in-play runs. Oh, his glove hit the ball. Damn. Wasn't Milton Bradley mean? Yeah, he was a piece of garbage. So I'm going to take it the 180 of the shoe was a bad idea. Dude, he almost caught that shit. That sucks, dude. No. I use the real app. I'm just kidding, Jason. You don't sound like that. Sorry about that, Jacob. It's okay. You just banned, so be careful. Should I switch shoes? Like, what are we feeling? Should I bring out like a funeral shoe? Should I bring out like an all black Nike? Should I go grab a Nike with some blue on it? Not a Nike shoe? Like, what are we feeling? Julio's hustle was pretty pathetic. The ball definitely slowed down tremendously. He had a long way to run. Ban whoever told you to rotate it. Sorry, Jacob. You're banned. Just wait until Cal actually gets injured next inning. Creech, welcome back. I kind of forgot. Actually, got any Adidas? No. No, I do not. Scott would never. This is insane. Yeah. Get him fired up, boys. No Adidas. Just Nike and then a European shoe brand from a YouTuber that I like called No Two Ways. Sad. It's out of my hands. You're merely a conduit. Untie the shoe. Okay. Where's the other? Oh. Oh, did that make a knot? Shoe is untied. The shoe is untied. Parker, good luck studying for your biology thing. I think you're probably still doing biology. Game's hella rigged. Yeah. Blue Jays are cheating. That's the only way that makes sense, right? What is that dumb shoe thing? Hey, Dr. East York, you're dumb. Thoughts? Owned. Did you guys hear me own Dr. East York there? That was crazy. Test earlier this week and know what we're doing makes absolute no sense. Tough, dude. Well, good luck. The shoe thing is dumb. The crazy thing is, though, Dr. East York, you're dumb. Sorry. You were dumb first. Just throwing it out there. What is it about the Blue Jays that makes them the goats at hitting at T-Mobile Park? They just want to be... They want to be Washingtonians so bad. Got him. Dude, right? Got him. Boom, roasted. Just doesn't get it. There's a walk issued. And up to the plate steps one of Vladimir Guerrero Jr. I have a slide. Yeah, I got some slides. I could put a crock on my head. Slides. I got a crock. Good point. Rally candle's still lit, but the light is fading. Is it time to blow out the candle? Is it time? 3-run bomb incoming. There you go, Creech. There's the clairvoyance. There it is. Don't let the flame die out. I agree. Keep it burning. Jays are cheating? That's what I heard. I don't know. Jays are cheating. Thought you were going to do a slideshow? Surely we haven't fallen that far. It's a curse, brothers. Where'd you get those Air Force Ones? Lit drip? I think I just bought them on the Nike app. They dropped probably like 3, 2, 2, 3, or they came out in 2022, so 3 years ago. It was the 40-year anniversary of the Air Force One because they came out in 82, I believe. It says on the heel over here I think. There's part of it. There's like a little bit of like an in not engraving, but like indentation that says 8 like it says one side says 82, the other side says 22. And then on the inside of the tongue, it says the same thing. Clean? Thank you. Yeah, if I had into like just I've swore on this already. Fuck you money. If I had fuck you money and I had to pick like a thing or an item, some sort of tangible thing that whatever, I would be a sneakerhead for sure. I would just have a ton of Air Force Ones. Can we play Kahoot? Well, Ian, if you could spell my last name right, we could. But since you don't know how to spell my last name, we won't. So there's that. Creech, good night. Have fun. Sneakerhead, I get it. So you get it. How does Dan Wilson get fired? Give it like 2 years. He will be back next year. Yeah, it's a classic. It's a sneaker classic for sure. Been wearing them since I was like probably like 8 or 9. Inexcusable to punt back-to-back ALCS games. You gotta try and get, I think, 2 out of Bizardo. There's no hope. Take the shoe off. It's more so just for the bit at this point. I literally untied it without taking it off my head. Like, it's just for the bit at this point. That is true. You can do customs. Nike ID. Top of the order, Jeff Hoffman in, huh? Bottom of the 8th. Can I ask how to not be so hurt for being so close to lose like this? I do not know how to help you feel emotions, Tyler, unfortunately. I find myself to be quite good at compartmentalizing emotions. So, yeah, like, am I upset? Yeah. Am I showing it? Not really. Like, this sucks, but at worst, you just got to win a 3-game series now. The hard part is you don't have any of the momentum anymore. Where just a day ago, prior to the game, you had all the momentum in the world. So, it's not a good answer to your question, unfortunately. Yeah, right down the middle. There it is. Only real ball knowers know that Ty France is a spy for the Mariners and he's going to help us win. Deep state Mariners government theory right there. Being a Mariners fan has numbed your emotions. Did Randy strike out looking, bro? Really? He struck out looking? That's tough. MVP. MVP. Winning the first 2 games gives you a 90% chance to win the series. That is a stat that they said quite often after analyzing how the rest of the series would play out. Oh, dude. Well, appreciate you. You know, the thought that counts, Tyler. Yeah, dude. Just come say hi. Ain't nothing to worry about. We're human beings just like you. We're just fans at the game. Ain't no different from you. Just there to enjoy the game at the park. Having a really hard time that the Etsy witch is going to save us. Is it like Nanny McPhee? Where like when we need her most, she'll arrive. Help is on the way here. Kind of a situation. Julio. Julio. Hell yeah, Jeff. Just a bit outside. Just gonna bring this back up here. It's gonna slowly fall again. But it'll be there. Humpy won yesterday, Aaron. I don't know if Humpy won again today. I will ask Colton. I will shoot him a message. Did Humpy win? Can you even think about competing against the Dodgers if you're this inconsistent in the ALCS? I mean, play the team in front of you. Can you think about it? Competing? I mean, yeah, you could think about it. The likelihood's pretty low. They just all don't look confident. They're not playing with confidence. There's been like one or two moments the last two games where it feels like there's something brewing, and it just doesn't fully happen. Silver won today? Okay. Humpy winning is slowly draining the Mariners' chances of winning. He used all his powers. What's your prediction for tomorrow? My prediction is that a baseball game will be played. I mean, something's got to change. There's got to be some sort of meeting, saging the clubhouse from Mike Cameron, something where going into tomorrow, they cannot come in with a clouded mentality in any capacity. And with Miller on the bump, had a good game one start. Maybe he's a hopeful. My head hurts. Shoes coming off. I hurt my neck. The hard part is I couldn't put it like on the larger part of my head because of the headphones. Like, maybe if I did that just to see. No, that just looks weird. Miller, great game one start. And you need exactly that because you haven't gotten diddly squat out of your starters the last 2 days. Damn, Colton's got his hoodie up and like the drawstrings pulled. Probably he's not going to put a bag over his head. We ulted in game 5 of the ALDS. It takes a minute to recharge your ult. So, you know, they just won on clean gameplay in games 1 and 2. And now they're getting spawn camped in games 3 and 4. So, their ult should be ready for game 5, I think. Whatever about yesterday, but this loss is pathetic. These losses are pretty similar to me. I mean, yeah, the score line's a bit more like weighted yesterday, 13-4. But I mean, it's still like, this is still not a good loss. But like, neither one are losses that you should really shrug off. They have to, but you can't in the postseason. What is going on, Rodney? Rodney, that's a great question. That's a fantastic question. Well, we always knew the Blue Jays offense was legit. They just were getting they were kind of getting BAPIP'd in Toronto. Truth be told. Chip with a 10. I'll read it in a second. There's never a doubt that the team that strikes out the least in all of baseball has a legit offense. and with a superstar like Vladdy, and like there's a lot of good pieces. It was about neutralizing a lot of those all at once, and the Mariners definitely did that in games 1 and 2. And that does not happen in games 3 and 4 at all. Sitting through this with insightful and witty commentary is worth every penny. Appreciate that, dude. And it's true. Win tomorrow and 1 out of 2 in Toronto, and we don't say another word about it. Chip, much love to you, dog. $9.99 from you. Some smooches, bros, in the chat. Absolutely. Appreciate that. I don't know. I don't want to just sit here and be all sad, because then I'll actually get sad. But you have to do something. Like some sort of different game plan has to be approached. You can't just try and run it back. Like the comment from George yesterday pissed me off, where he said, I know what I'm good at and I'm not going to stray away from it. Clearly, it didn't work. So why would you not try something that might work? Like, I don't understand that mindset in the slightest. We're going to lose to a 41-year-old pitcher whose velocity is 94 max. Yes, Max Scherzer. Correct. Where's Woo? Woo was warming up in the bullpen at some point today. He is available out of the pen for the remainder of this series. I imagine he is going to be used to help piggyback Bryce tomorrow, because Bryce is on short rest and the amount of bullpen that they had to use today. So I think that's likely the outcome for tomorrow. W stream, W Felipe. Felipe's goated. Hell yeah. Felipe's one of the best. One of the best in the community. Dan will take him out too early again. Classic Dan. Autumn, we are bad. The last 2 games, yeah, we are bad. Announcers would make you think that Max was a Cy Young candidate this year. Take me back about a decade, and we're looking right at it. We're looking right at it. No, Autumn, you play another game tomorrow. It's 3 in Seattle, all in a row. Off day Saturday for travel, and then you play 2 in Toronto back-to-back Saturday or Sunday, Monday, if it gets there. Buzzer beater. Appreciate the W stream. I hate the first parts of your message with all of my body and soul. Not really. I really don't feel a lot right now. Is that going to get down? Julio! Yeah! Yeah! Huh? Who wants some of Julio in the no-fly zone, huh? Yeah! Oh, yeah! Did he actually catch that shit? Hell yeah, Julio. Excellent work. If we don't win tomorrow, I might burn most of my Blue Jays baseball cards. Ah. A sacrifice to the gods. Is it the kink in your neck that makes you lose feeling? Maybe. You want a good 7-game series? I'd prefer a 6-game series going in favor of the Mariners. Shocking. I know. By all accounts, I mean, the pendulum is swinging heavily to one side, it seems like. Like the Mariners completely grabbed it and then let it go, and it completely swung to the Blue Jays side. Tomorrow, it'd be hard to not say that the Blue Jays would be the favorites. And maybe that'll benefit the Mariners, because in both games in Toronto, they were the underdogs. They were counted out. They were, the Blue Jays were the team to beat. And they did it. And then the 2 games in Seattle. The Mariners were the favorites. Blue Jays coming in as the underdog, the chip on their shoulder, down 2-0. And look where we found us. Sir, I'm seeing Max Scherzer's up to 95 or 96. Scherzer's still in the game in his heart, probably. He's still probably visualizing himself on the mound. Who is willing to give their soul to eternal damnation and practice some voodoo on the Jays? You know, we've been doing this for a while. Not just this stream, but like the channel since August of 22. Done lots of streams. That might be the first time I've ever read Eternal Damnation out loud on stream, on camera and stuff. And I don't know why, but that was funny to me. So Ian, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Ha ha ha. The stream. Let's go, Mariners. Wave those towels, ladies and gentlemen. Wave those towels. Yeah. Woo! Woo! Freaking hate these guys. The announcers or the Blue Jays? If I were you next break, I'd go pour a stiff cocktail. Only way to stomach the game. We'll see what's going on. We'll see what's going on. Jays in 69. Hell yeah. They got hit in the dick with no cup by the pendulum. Where's Mitch Haniger when you need him? It would only hurt half as bad, right? Since he only has one testicle. Anyone eat anything good tonight? Anybody have any exciting? I'm almost done reading, or I'm listening, audiobooking Project Hail Mary before it releases next March, and I'm very excited. The book's been very good. If someone's like, please don't send any spoilers because I have not read it. I don't know how it ends. But I'm close to being done with it. I'm in like chapter 22, and that's been a very enjoyable thing for me recently. Very excited about finishing that and seeing what they do on the big screen for it. Haven't eaten anything since like 1 o'clock. So had disappointment for dinner. Anybody get a nap for dinner, huh? Nap for dinner? Kind of would go crazy. Spoiler alert, never heard of that book. Felipe, gonna be honest with you. I'd never heard of it until The Martian came out. Like way back, or not when it came out, but like I heard about it in like years after, because the author Andy Weir also wrote The Martian, and like people saying that Project Hail Mary should also become a movie, and here we are in 2025, or I guess 2026, and it will be. Nap for dinner? Hell yeah. Haven't had anything to eat since you had a shoe on your head. Well, that wasn't that long ago, Gemma, so. Spoiler alert, the Mariners lose game 4. Duh, Mariners lose. Oh yeah, Polo. Frick yeah. Give Harry Ford an AB, huh? Last time you read a book was in 6th grade? Damn, son. 16 years ago? You're around mine and Colton's age then. You're like 27 or 28? Mariners have good pitching. Look what the Blue Jays did to Fried and Rodon in the division series. Yeah, they cheated. It was never going to be easy. And the first 2 games should never have been an indication of that. It's just the Mariners positioned themselves very well to either continue to ride that hot hand or put up 2 absolute stinkers at home and still be on equal footing as far as the series is concerned. Josh Naylor 3 for 3, by the way. 27? W-age, Felipe. W-age. The Mariners should take steroids. Pulling out all the stops. First it was a witch. Then it was Humpy winning a salmon run. Let's get on the juice. We play better as the underdogs? Certainly feels that way. Certainly feels that way. Don't think Naylor's going to want to stay after this choke job. I don't know how I feel about the Mariners and re-signing Naylor as far as the outcome of this series is concerned. Like, Naylor knows that he was brought in to help the Mariners make the postseason. Did that. Probably felt like he was brought in to help the Mariners win a division title for the first time in 24 years. Did that. Won a playoff series, a division series. Yup. Now you're playing for a chance to go. Like, I don't think it's going to impact it that much. You know what I mean? Hell yeah, Mariners should take roids. Deal. Edgar's. Ian's here. It's Edgar's time, baby. Here we go. Josh Naylor's contract with the Dodgers is already being signed. So coming to the next big the next big rule change in Manfred's MLB will be an additional base at first base where you are allowed now to field another player. That's why the Dodgers will sign Naylor to play alongside Freddie Freeman over there at second first base. We're still workshopping the name, but bring back Naylor as the hitting coach. Guys, I don't think Naylor's when his time's all said and done, I don't know if I see Naylor as a coaching type. Personally. Just remember that Colton sat through this abomination of a baseball game in person. He didn't 1A, 1B. Felipe, honestly, excellent. Excellent from you. Felipe's sharp as fuck. Not sitting, standing in the stairwell the entire game. Also did it yesterday. Colton's at the game, yes, and he is a sad panda. An absolute saddest of pandas. Murakami 2026. Bring on. He's going to hit 30 home runs, but he's going to strike out 300 times. Yes. That emotion, Autumn. Yes. Yeah, I'm just kind of like distant. Laura, that's not what I said. So don't put words in my mouth. Thanks. The answer is yes. I just can't say it on camera. I honestly, Fritz, I genuinely thought the same thing. It would have been hilarious for him to swing at that. It's amazing how quickly vibes can just fall. Dude. Nothing more humbling than the sport of baseball. Paint inside, bottom inside corner. Sir Anthony Dominguez closes it out. The Blue Jays have tied the American League Championship Series 2-2. They have come into T-Mobile Park, and they've taken the first two games. Kingfisher, right there with you. Gonna crash out now? Yeah, I mean, shitty game. Tough game. Like, not a fun game to watch. Back-to-back days, the Mariners have given up double-digit hits. So that sucks. Heck the Blue Jays. Heck them. Blue Jays got lucky. Blue Jays are cheating, dude. That's crazy. Only reason why they won is they're cheating. They installed a camera. While we were in Toronto, they installed a camera. And that's, you know, I'm just kidding. It's copium. Tough one. Max Scherzer showed up. The two pitchers were like, yeah, they're not who they once were. Shane Bieber, Max Scherzer, playoff risers in these two games. Absolutely. Gave you the business because you didn't do shit against them. Plain and simple. And offense needs to be better, but you're not going to win many games when your pitching staff gives up 8 and 13 runs. Plain and simple. Starters need to be better. Kirby, inexcusable yesterday. Luis Castillo, Doesn't look terrible as far as a line is concerned. But when you look at the innings pitched, it looks bad having to go to the bullpen that early because you simply don't have it. Bizzardo should have probably gone another inning. Going to Hancock, I mean, in hindsight now is a mistake. Would Bizzardo have given up more runs? Don't know. But I feel like he probably gives you a better chance to not do that and not make it an 8-2 game. Leo Rivas getting picked off sucks. Like, leadoff walk, sure, Randy flies out. He gets picked off. Scherzer's no longer on the ropes. Then Cal strikes out. Like, just momentum killer. Gino checks in with an RBI single, but Naylor tries to get greedy, goes first to third. Again, don't know if in his mind he is trying to prevent the throw going home and he thinks that he will be there, but Barger does not play that game. He throws straight to third base instead of hitting the cutoff man. And Naylor's out. Whether or not Dom Canzone would have done anything in the situation with runners on first and second, that's a big question mark, but you can point to certain moments in this game and be like, a different outcome probably changes the complexion of the game. Matt Brash not coming in to face Springer, allowing Spire to pitch him, probably another one there. Lucario, hello. Good night, boys. Early game tomorrow. Ian, game's at 3. I won't be here because I'm working. So maybe I'm the bad luck, right? Maybe it's, again, I said it was me when I didn't have the candle lit. Maybe it's just me in general. I was at the game yesterday. I was at Division Series Game 1 against the Tigers. Maybe I'm the bad luck charm, guys. LOL, bro. Mitch, what's up, buddy? How you feeling? Good? Feeling good? How's being outscored 21-6 the last 2 games been for you? Chin up, young grasshopper. Big game tomorrow. It is time. Colton at the game tomorrow? I doubt it. 12 minutes was a bit off. Honestly, Devin, just save that juju for tomorrow. Save the juju for tomorrow. Colton, I don't know if he's going to go to the game. He said if they had a chance to clinch to go to the World Series, he would go. Since that's not the case, I doubt he goes, so that way he has money. We must win tomorrow. Gonna clutch up tomorrow. You need Big Tex. You need Bryce. You need Mr. Courtesy Lap himself to not give any courtesy at all to the Toronto Blue Jays. Because the starting pitchers have lost you the last 2 games. In conjunction with the offense forgetting that they're baseball players. 4 runs does not get the job done when Kirby gives up 5 just in 1 inning alone. 3 earned runs to Luis Castillo's tally. 8-2 final score. You lose either game. You lose. Good day, sir. It's just kind of the fact of the matter. Home games are unwinnable, which is hilarious, Billy, when you think about how well they played in T-Mobile Park all year. The stat being thrown around, I think Couch GM Connor put it out a couple times. The Mariners are like 17-6 or something when there's 40,000+ in the stands. I can tell you there's 40,000 people there. And they got real shy under the lights. Real shy. This is an anomaly. Yeah, like, it's not the Mariners that we were accustomed to seeing for the large part of the 162-game season. After we go down, our hitters look like they quit. Seth with the $1.99. I appreciate the $1.99, Seth. Mooches, bro, to you. It's not playing with a lot of conviction, not a lot of gumption, which is unfortunate because you can't get down on yourself in the playoffs. You simply can't. Like, the team is, like, you're not going to win many games if you can't rally back and you can't start punching back. The AI chat summary says that the members of the chat are expressing disappointment. Is that accurate? Aaron, I think so. I think so. Lucari, why are you saying hey to Colton? Unless you just saw him at the stadium, unless you're not there. But we can say hi to Colton. We can say hi. I don't know if he has anything valuable to say, but Colton, what's up, bro? Colton, I don't think you can say that on stream. That's Colton. We're gonna get demonetized. Jesus, can't be saying that. That's crazy. AI really does know all. Oh God. Oh goodness. Jokes are killing it tonight. Always have. Always will be. Jays have all the momentum right now. Exactly. We got him right where we want him, right, chat? Got the Blue Jays feeling good. And now we take it all back. Is the Colton visual a representation of our hopes and dreams? Yes. You need to reboot. You can never hear Colton. Yeah, I mean, tough, dude. That is tough. Jimmy, you should get your ears checked. Mar. Baseball. He's channeling the offense today. He's literally giving us nothing. We play better as the underdog. It's time. It is time. 1977 brothers. Love from Toronto. Mike, not a lot of love being felt, if I'm going to be honest with you, but I appreciate the sentiment. Outside of you, right? There have been a couple, but the vast majority, I mean, we literally just got to fuck the Mariners right there, which is just hilarious. The dichotomy, the parody of fandom. Both franchises started in 1977. You sure you don't want to just let us have this one? We'll take it. I mean, we'll play you for it. But what if the Mariners had it, what if, right? Like the first time in franchise history, the Mariners went to thoughts. Gotta shave the beard, Felipe? Hell no. Hell no. Can you get timed out? Absolutely, Felipe. Here you go. 10 seconds. Enjoy your 10 seconds of the void, Felipe. Just to see what it's like. Just to see what it's like. It's reserved for you. Wrong, Lucario. Wrong. I timed out Creech earlier. Just timed out Felipe. You're not special anymore, buddy. Not long enough. My bad, brother. Hold on. My bad. Did Naylor? I honestly don't know. I'll get you a minute there, Felipe. I'll get you a minute. Is this an Mariners Anonymous meeting? Aiden, I had it up earlier in the third inning or the fourth inning. And then we realized the rally's never going to happen with it on, but hi, chat. My name's Joe, and I'm a Mariners addict. Yes. People need to relax. It's literally a tied series. Ivan, I've got bad news to tell you. Truth be told, right? I don't feel a lot of the harsh emotions that a lot of the people in chat are feeling. I feel numb to the last two games, but the series is far from over. It's 2-2. You need to win a best of 3. You need to win a series now. The Mariners are completely capable of doing so. However, the last 18 innings of baseball have been far from competitive on either side, really. 4 runs in the first game, some garbage time stuff, sure. But this game tonight did not look competitive start to finish. You know what I mean? Castillo doesn't really give you anything. You throw Hancock in there at some point. It's just, I'm with you in the fact that I'm not giving up, and I implore anybody else to not give up. But for the emotions that a lot of people are feeling right now, they're going to be upset. Night, Mitch. Later. Deuces. I'm sorry that, we're all here together enjoying the cesspool that is Mariners fandom that we just somehow were born into. Remember, Marinersing isn't just crippling losses. It is also unexpected chaos wins when everything seems bad. Aaron with the silver lining of the night. Yeah. The series isn't done. These two losses just sting with how good the first two games went. You know what I mean? And they're all that much sweeter for Toronto. And maybe they'll get a little too comfy. And then the Mariners will be playing as the underdogs tomorrow. As the game starts at 3 with Bryce Miller versus Kevin Gossman. Code Red, what's good, brother? What's good? Code Red. Good to see you in chat as always, my man. Must win game tomorrow, but by any means necessary. I really thought the Brian Wu glass was going to be in this one. If not tomorrow, then when? Brian Wu has to pitch in tomorrow's game. I think in any capacity. The Mariners could be up by 20. He needs to throw an inning. What if the road team wins every game? Mariners in 7 because they're playing 4 in the Rogers Center. It's a 3-game series now. Indeed it is. You just got to win a 3-game series. All you got to do. Get loud, win tomorrow. Easy. I don't know about easy. And I know the Seattle, even when we were down a ton yesterday, we were still pretty loud. Underdog wins every game. Just got to convince Vegas we the underdogs. Exactly, Cade. Exactly. Wonder if they reassess and give him a start. I doubt it. I don't think going back on their decision would be wise. Because if anything, Miller throws 3 or 4 innings, Wu throws 3 innings. And you're into the 7th. Crowd was dead today? I wasn't listening. Truth be told, I was not listening. We went 5 games in Detroit. It's going to be close. Never going to be easy. What if the Mariners just wanted to play the maximum amount of postseason games they could? What if? You're boycotting Canadian food? What is specifically Canadian food? Are you not allowed to, are you in a place that serves a lot of Canadian food? We just talking Canadian bacon? We just talking ham? We're tired? Tired, boss. We just want to play, 21 games? 19. 5, 7, and 7. 19. Poutine? Syrup. Okay. You and Yesenia are going for some poutine tomorrow? Traitors! Traitors, Felipe! How dare you? Boycott Justin Bieber? I'd settle for the ghost of him. We're not your guy, friend or buddy. I'm not your guy, pal. I'm not your pal, friend. I'm not your friend, buddy. Fries with gravy just in general. Don't call it poutine, though. I'm getting fries with gravy. It's different. Matt, what's up, buddy? Nice to meet you yesterday, man. Gotta go. Peace. Peace and love as always. Much love to you, Matt. Met Matt yesterday. Absolute legend. Absolute GOAT. Just call for a hit. I did no such thing, Jimma. No such thing. Am I going for the Dodgers or the Brewers? The Brewers, but they look. If we want to talk about being down bad in a series, how do you think Brewers fans are feeling right now? Game 5 feels like a must win. I think I'm gonna default to the MLP, if you will, the Marine Layer podcast. Lyle and TJ have claimed that every game from here on out is a must win. And I don't disagree. Tomorrow's absolutely a must win. Will it end the season? No. Are you on the doorstep of that if you lose? Yes. Every game is a must-win in the postseason. Just the way it is. It's not clocking you that I'm standing on business right now. Literally, the Mariners... I can't even say that. Nothing about the Mariners are standing on business the last 2 games. You're on the East Coast, stayed up late to watch the team get killed. Just an average day as a Mariners fan. There you go. Last 2 days have been awesome for you, huh? Is it orc? Is it just pronounced orc, or is it like aurk? Like aurk. You know, one of those things. Please, everyone, donate money to the Etsy Witch. The spell ran out of juice. Mas dinero, por favor, to the Etsy Witch. That's what makes the postseason so stressful. Every game is a must win. We're feeling it. We're feeling it. Care to mention it's a pain in the ass having to listen to Joe Davis for an entire game? You could have been listening to Joe Lacey the entire game, but you chose to listen to Joe Davis. Unacceptable. Aaron, I see the message. I'm like halfway acknowledging it right now. But I can't fully acknowledge it. You know what I mean? Actually want to watch the game? You could. I didn't have any game day stuff up. I didn't have any game day stuff. What happened? What happened, Mariners fans? I thought it was Mariners in 5. I thought it was Mariners in 5. Shut up. Huh? Shut up. Dog, it's like, what? What do you get out of coming in here and antagonizing us after we just got our shit kicked in for 18 innings? Huh? What do you get? This reaction? Is it worth it? I'm not a person that watches a lot of like sports content outside of like creating my own kind of a situation. You know what I mean? So I've never, and this is my own mindset, not to say that people can't do this. I've never once been like, let me go into the opposing team's chat or like some sort of stream and then just like troll. That's just not me. You know what I mean? Like, that's just not it. It's like when like Anthony was always in here like talking about your daddy and stuff. Like, it's just funny. Like, I just personally don't get it. Because like we're just behind a keyboard talking. And like that's it. Cry some more Americans. Hey man, you said CEY. I'm not sure what that is, Mar. Minor spelling mistake. Imagine having a minor spelling mistake, guys. Minor spelling mistake. Did you guys see that? Should I pin it? Let's pin this message. CEY. Anybody know what is that a Canadian word? CEY. What is that word? Does anybody know? Minor spelling mistake. Owned! You got owned! Idiot. Imagine having a minor spelling mistake. They made a typo. They made a typo. They made a typo. Ah. Say is Canadian for we will lose to the Dodgers in 4. I thought. Oh, God. We have fun, don't we? We have fun. Kirby shoves in Game 7 is the hero to send us to the series. Travis, dog, if after what Kirby showed us in Game 3, he shoves in Game 7, man. Thank you, Jimma. Excellent research from Jimma, head researcher here in the Mariner Mojo live stream chat. Jimma, excellent work. What are your theories or why the Mariners started playing like this? See us rise. There you go, Lucario. What are my theories? Let's hypothesize why the Mariners played bad for 18 innings. They just played bad baseball, plain and simple. Canadians use Z instead of Z. Duncan, another fantastic point. Another fantastic point. I love that. Playoff emotions are always intense. Mike, us Mariners fans aren't used to feeling a lot of them. So we're feeling quite the extremes on a lot of sides here. Can we host a Mariners funeral service? Let's see. We'll turn. Oh my God, the multiple camera angles. Where am I? That's crazy. There's 2 cameras live right now. I only use this one though. Let's see, and then we'll turn off that and that. We're hosting a funeral service. Hold on. Turn that off. Let's see. Alert box off. Let's see. We'll turn off the Mariners Anonymous. Stream labels. There we go. Let's see. There we go. Can you guys hear me whistle? I don't think the whistle's going to come through the mic very well. This has been a... How do funerals go? Like, you don't say, like, please rise, like it's the bride and groom. Like, what do you say? We are here to honor the first 2 games of the Mariners and Blue Jays ALCS games in honor of the Mariners who rolled over and died on the field. May we have a moment of silence. Thank you. I've been called up to the Mariners DVR. I appreciate that. Hold on. How do I get the right camera back? Is this the right one? That's the right one. Layouts here. Bang. Like we never left. Who's my non-biased pick for MVP? The most valuable player. Swept out the last 2 times we were here. You know the pain? Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. 3-game series now. That's all you got to do. All you got to do for the Mariners is a 3-game series. You just got to win a 3-game series, and you're on to the World Series for the first time in franchise history. Did yesterday suck? Yes. Did today suck? Double yes. But there's always tomorrow. And the next day. And the next day. And the next day. And the next day. They just got to play better tomorrow. Truth be told. Like, pitching has to be better. Can't give up hard contact. Limit contact in general. The Blue Jays are a team that makes a lot of contact. So you got to play good defense behind them. 2 good plays by JP early in this game. Defense after that, honestly, subpar. Have to play better defense, I think. Naylor had a good play as well in this game. But got to limit the hard contact. And when they do make hard contact, you got to get a guy in front of the ball. Sometimes they're not going to go where there's a defender. That's when you need to strike out some batters. And of course, the Blue Jays are a team that strike out the least in all of baseball. So it's a tall task, and it always was going to be a tall task. But all you have to do is win a 3-game series. I am going to leave because I've been live for like 3.5 hours at this point. Appreciate everyone who was here, hanging out, chatting, having a good time. Tomorrow, I'll see you tomorrow night, buddy. Boom! How about one of those, huh? Sorry for peeking into the mic. We have fun. So long as you're not a piece of shit, we have fun. And that's what it counts. So we need to see more. We need to see more. I won't be live tomorrow. I have work. Colton also has work. I doubt he goes to the game. But there's a loud helicopter flying over. Hopefully they win tomorrow. And Brian Wu likely comes out of the pen. So my mic doesn't peak. W. You see yourself to sleep. Excellent, Felipe. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Thanks for being the best community, the best Mariners community, bunch of Mariners fans, always hanging out, always chilling. Much love to y'all. Smooches, bro. Good night.